welcome to the BYB podcast. That stands for the Backyard Boys. And it's Friday night. Oh, what a night. And we're doing it. We're having it. Are you ready, Punk Skol? And whatever the hell else is going on out there. This is happening. We do have Ethan Ralph on tonight. It's exciting what's going on out here, folks. Things are happening. How are you doing tonight, Yingwee?
TGIMFF. So glad
I've not
to be
heard
here.
that one. Wait,
Glad it's Friday.
When did they add letters? When did they add letters to TGIF? I didn't know that.
It was a couple of years ago, but we kept it on the download. MF is for motherfucking Friday. Thank God it's motherfucking Friday.
Friday. Yeah, let's go get some fish and chips. You're thinking like Kaz now, thinking outside the box or in the box.
Jack in the box. Fry. We can do whatever you want, but thank God it's not Thursday. It's Friday.
Yes, because Thursdays are the slow days. That's why we don't do shows on Thursdays, because nobody would be able to keep up with us. Honky, how you doing, brother?
Doing good, friends. Doing good. And hello, all my Negroes out there. Great to see you all once again. I know you all are excited about Ethan Ralph being in tonight. So, I'm ready to see what this fellow's all about myself.
That's right. You love the Negroes. We indeed love the blacker fellows. Indeed, because it's Black History Month. So yeah, that's right. Out here, we're doing it, motherfuckers. That's right. We already got people coming in. Look at this. D7876 became a YouTube member to BYB Podcast. Beep, 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 beep. Awesome. Yeah. So Ethan Ralph will be joining us probably here in 5-10 minutes, something like that. As you guys know, he does the Rumble stream over there, and we will give him a huge shout out when he shows up. But yeah, we're excited about this. It's going to be good stuff. We want to bring Ethan Ralph into
the Dabbleverse
so we can take out that pesky steel toe Aaron, right, guys?
Absolutely.
No, you don't have to pretend like you don't love Aaron. We know you're a huge Aaron fan, Yingwee. You don't miss the thing he does, right?
Aaron Carter was the one I liked.
You don't miss all the jizz eating and etc.
No.
The cuckoldry. What is your favorite part of the Steel Toe morning show?
When it ends.
The 5-minute ending. That's right.
Yeah, the ending is my favorite part.
The ending? Yeah, well, I mean, Aaron loves when people finish too, because he comes in right behind him and like a vacuum cleaner.
Oh, God. Is that what we're going to do tonight now? Jesus Christ.
I drink your cum.
That's right. Aaron does do that. Indeed. But yeah, we got the wonderful troll. I don't even want to call him a troll. He's just Ethan Ralph, man. He's just doing what he does. He's living nature naturally. He is what he is. Just you can't change a tiger's stripes. You can't change Ethan Ralph. He's going to be out there having fun with folks on the internet. And we're here for it. We're big fans of those kinds of folks. As I think we even dabble in the messing with people department, right?
Sometimes. Once in a while.
Yeah, we're pretty lightweight though on the trolling part of it, indeed.
On occasion. But only when they ask for it, really. I mean, we don't just go out and do it for no good reason.
Ralph is the king of the Sektur. Yeah, well, huh?
I said, yeah, we do. We do go out to do it intentionally.
I do. Absolutely. I mean, if I ever had a cop show up to my door or something, I might pretend like I would never do such a thing. If YouTube terms of service ever came after me, I might have to deny all responsibility for my actions in the past. Because we are good boys. We're good boys.
Don't answer that door.
Indeed. Yeah, we Gino and Keanu were on with him yesterday. I don't know if you guys caught that.
I did catch a couple minutes.
It wasn't yesterday. It was Wednesday. Was it Wednesday night or last night? Jesus Christ, my brain's fried.
I think it was last night.
Yeah, there's too much going on these days, man. Indeed. Everybody's starting to show up. But yeah, Ralph is the king of the Sektur, Chris. I did want to point that out. Absolutely. He's the king. I don't know if he would appreciate the king, but he named the damn thing. So yeah, he's the owner and the operator of the Sektur for sure, man. 100%. Absolutely.
He who names it should be the king, I think.
Is this true, Written Asylum? The guy on the bottom knows what meth tastes like. I know what meth tastes like. It's gross. It tastes horrible. It burns your nose, and it tastes like shit.
Cocaine, Written. Cocaine, not meth. Cocaine.
Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na. She don't ride, she don't ride, she don't ride. Cocaine.
Okay.
Indeed. G-Rob's here. Good. We need our mods here to shut that chat down. If any of these people try to get funky with us or try to troll us while we're doing a show,
Ain't going to happen.
you're not going to get nothing. I'm telling you that right now. So we got G-Rob here. She's doing the Lord's work. She's an unpaid worker, kind of like the slaves. Yeah, it is Black History Month. Speaking of which, so I guess she gets it. She understands. She's not opposed to working for free, which is my favorite thing about her, honestly. Unpaid workers are the best.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they
Indeed.
You give her a free membership or something.
What? Say what? You crazy, man. Like, where do I send it to her?
What
like
you talking about?
Do I just mail it to her? Like, how does that work?
I don't know. No idea.
Pony Express. She probably likes to ride the ponies. I don't know. Is she a horse rider? At least she's not a horse face like Rachel, am I right?
Hey, now.
Ooh.
Indeed. All right, everybody. If you're not a member, become a member. And if you don't know how to become a member, look at what the links are all pinned at the top of the chat. So
they're everywhere.
Use our super tip system. You could use a QR code, right, Yingwei? Boom! Yeah, the QR code that Jesse Podawful loves. Jesse PS, I should say. But also, you can look it up, supertip.gg/BYB. If you don't know where to find it, it is pinned at the top of the chat, so it's easily available. And you can be just like Stephen Bravo, who indeed knows where to find the gifted memberships. That link's also pinned at the top of the chat. So I know G-Rob, just a little bit of cleanup. Hit that like button, smash to subscribe, and of course turn your notifications on because that helps us get into the algorithm. But also, G-Rob said that our Discord link that was pinned in the description of the channel description didn't work. So I did fix it. If you want to get into our public Discord, you're more than welcome to go in there and make some Discord or something.
Discord's a hell of a lot of fun, kids.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff going on. Stephen Bravo gifted 1 BYB podcast membership. Beep, 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 beep. Awesome. Everybody be like Stephen Bravo because we are doing a membership drive for the month of February.
It feels good to give.
It always feels good to give. But before we go any further, welcome to the stage, Mr. Ethan Ralph from Killstream. Yeah, welcome, Ethan Ralph.
Hello. Welcome, guys. It's good to be here. Thank you. The Quad Father. Thank you,
Yes,
man.
sir. I'm the Quad
appreciate you.
Father. Top right, you got Yingwei, and bottom down there, you got Honk the Clown hanging out.
Very
Nice
cool. It's
meeting you,
good
Ethan.
to, yeah, nice to meet you guys. It's good to be here. We're doing a little stream crossing here. But
Yeah.
man.
Awesome.
Now that, like the Ghostbusters said, never cross streams, right?
I know they say that, but that's about the only way I can get on other shows because I'm streaming so much. Unless it's on the weekend, sometimes I can do a cross with our appearance without crossing the streams. But yeah, man, it's good to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Hell yeah. We'll get right to it. So you're set to perform at HackMania. I did see that.
Wait. Am I?
You're
Hold on.
invited, right?
I agree. VTubers must be destroyed. We just did a segment on that right before I joined this. I was offered a VIP ticket. Now, as far as I know, I wasn't offered a performance slot, but I haven't been able to discuss it further with Melton. I guess I could find his email somehow, but he got banned from Twitter. I think it was Imholte, from what I was hearing. And that's what I posted on Twitter. But so I don't know. As far as I know, the performers are locked in, but he did offer me a VIP ticket. So
okay.
I really don't know because I haven't talked to him besides the VIP offer. But
Yeah, same
are
here.
you going to HackMania?
Yeah, I'm going to be going to HackMania. I too was not offered to perform. I wasn't even offered a VIP ticket. That's how down the low on the totem pole I am, man. So I don't know.
Well,
If
I
he's gonna
mean,
try
I've
to
said
drag-
this publicly. I wouldn't pay for a ticket. No offense to the event, but yeah, I think I'm big enough that I deserve it. Not offending you either, but first off, he offered it to me, so it's like, okay, well, if the offer's pulled, then I ain't going. But and then if you're not a performer, you have to. Well, I mean, I have to get a hotel, flight on my own dime. I've been to Las Vegas 10, 15 times. A good friend of mine got married there one time, in fact. But I don't know. I'm still 50-50 on going. Usually I live in Mexico, so I usually only go to the States to see my son. It'd be cool to go though, and you know, everybody, I don't say everybody, most people there probably have heard of me in some way. And it would be fun to, you know, meet people, talk to people, and commiserate. I did see part of the VIP ticket was free food, so at least I could eat for free and not have to worry about that, and meet some people. Some of the people I know already, I know Vito's going to be there, Dick Masterson. I had a bit of a falling out, you might say, with Masterson recently, but yeah, I don't know. I'm still 50-50 on going. I'd like to talk to Melton a little bit more, but he got, like I said, he got banned from Twitter, and I guess I'll have to locate his email or his new Twitter because I don't know.
It's Nobody Likes Onions at what is it at damn it. I'll send it to you after the show. I've sent stuff to him before. It's not that hard
somewhere.
Let's see how it's actually listed right on his YouTube channel too. So, yeah, absolutely, man. I'll be there. So if you end up going up, and I wasn't offered to perform either, but hell, I'll throw like a minute or two together just in case they actually like said, "Hey, Quad, get up here," because I don't want to look like an asshole and not have anything prepared.
Well, you know, I've never done stand up, but I'm a student of the game, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I could put together a tight 5 or 10 minutes or whatever. I guess that would be about the level, probably. I mean, if I was, you know, I'm not Chris Rock. It ain't going to be 50 minutes. Or even at a comedy club, I think the standard, even if you're like a top guy, is usually about 20 or 30. And then, you know, for a comedy special, it's like, what, 50 to 80, maybe something like that. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I could do 5 or 10 minutes. But again, I was just offered, Misery loves clips. Keeps I won't say going at me, but also I'm getting super chats. I don't know if these come through on your end or not, but hold on.
I can't hear him, but we can see.
Okay, good. All right, yeah. So Misery Loves Clips sent me his email already, and then said, make sure you get your bag. He said I was being insulted because I wasn't getting paid to perform. I'm a little controversial, so I have had some people tell me you know, if I'm going, they're going, right? Because things tend to go down, good or bad, wherever I show up. Usually excitement follows at my live event appearances, one way or the other. So, but I wasn't even angling for a bag. That's the whole thing. So Misery Loves Clips said, Ralph, you know, man, he's insulting you, and he wants me to fight with Melton for some reason. He's insulting you, man, and you need to get paid, and you need to be a performer. Well, I wasn't even thinking about that, honestly. I was just going to fuck with Aaron Imholte, really. So,
yeah, and he's not going to be there, unfortunately. But yeah, and I know the new event they've come up with is the HackMania, which is like an event to do something around his May 13th court case that he's got to show up to. If it happens at this point, who knows if it's actually going to
Well, yeah, he'd be dumb if he. Well, I don't know if they're going to offer him another deal or not because it looks like they're playing hardball at this point. But and they seem to be gearing up for trial, like I told Giano.
No, that works. As a
Gino
team, they're called Giano. As a team, they are Giano.
Do they use that?
No, but
I mean, everybody else kind of does.
You do now.
Okay.
It's yours.
Okay, so I keep saying it by accident, and I'm like, okay, well, it really works, honestly. But yeah, all right, okay. It's an accident that I keep doing. I didn't know other people used it. So, but yeah, I talked to them, and they were good on the show. I enjoyed talking to them, but I don't think they really understood. Unfortunately, I have a lot of experience with the law, and so when they, they were defiant about not showing up at first, I'm like, guys, I was watching their video at the time before they were on the show. I'm like, yeah, you will be showing up if they have a trial, one way or the other, because that's how they do. But
yeah, exactly. And you got.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Will end up showing up too. So
yeah, you'll be there,
man.
They'll even delay the trial if they have to make sure you're there. So I mean, that's just how it works in a felony trial. Maybe if it was like some misdemeanor traffic court shit or whatever, they probably wouldn't. But yeah, man, they put a contempt. Aaron snitched me out for recording his hearing, and you saw he looked like a scalded dog, as Jim Ross used to say on WWF. But he reported me to the judge, and they put out a nationwide contempt order on me. And again, I live in Mexico, so they won't extradite doing. They don't even care about a misdemeanor crime in Mexico. It'd have to be top felony level. So,
and I saw your Zoom court. I see that they went after you for the sniping the Zoom court.
Yeah, they did, even though he's done the same thing. And yeah, I know it's complete. I know it's complete bullshit. And Aaron bragged about snitching on me because he's a snitch, piece of garbage, and should be. Remember, I'm on YouTube. I'll try to keep it at a certain level, but yeah, I have no respect for that, and that kept me from seeing my son for Christmas. And so, yeah, I want to see this guy suffer. That's what I want to see. No doubt about it. That's exactly what I want to fucking see. And also, somebody sent me in a super chat, said, "Welcome, KB." I guess they mean Kevin Brennan to Rumble, that he got suspended for a week from YouTube. I don't
even know what it was, because I peeked at it for a minute. He had Johnny Russo, who's the writer for Anthony Cumia. I don't know if you know much about what's going on with him right now, but
I heard he was coming back to the radio. That's all I know.
Yeah. WABC sounds like
really.
Yeah, dude. Like 5 days a week, our show, 5 days a week. I'm not sure if. He lives in South Carolina now, so it sounds like he's just going to be live streaming / being on the radio, all from there. Kind of interesting.
WABC is actually, of course, Aaron Imholte, the self-declared king of the 187th ranked media market in the United States. The big dog there in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Columbus, Georgia is the bigger market, for example. Several other places. Memphis, I'm from Memphis, so it's the 50th ranked market. New York is the number 1 ranked market. So, if you're getting an hour in New York, and of course he's got a long history and pedigree and all that anyway, but if you're getting an hour in New York, that's top tier stuff.
Big deal, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of crazy to think that, so speaking of Aaron, how jealous he has to be right now that Anthony Cumia, the worst racist piece of shit on earth, just got a gig in New York, when Aaron can't even pick up a gig in one of the worst markets in the country, which is, it says a lot. I don't know. I keep hearing that this guy's talking to radio stations. That he has a possibility. Way. Well, even some of his biggest fans / ex co-hosts like Corey Adams and whatnot. The word on the street is that the insiders are even saying that he's going to be back on radio. I absolutely don't believe it. Just like you said, no way. But whatever. I keep hearing the rumors, and if you hear Aaron talk once a week, he mentions something about going back on the air at some point. So I don't believe it.
I know. I don't buy it. And I would be absolutely shocked unless he pays for his time like he did last time when he was on the radio, from what I heard.
Right.
You know, maybe then he could. But I don't see it. I don't see it happening. And honestly, you know, if you're going to work for WABC, I completely understand going back on the radio. But, you know, some shithole podunk station in the 187th ranked market, I don't see his hunger to get back there anyway, right? But that's what he wants. And he's a really weird guy, and he's a liar and a snitch. And somebody sent me some Imholte facts. I didn't get to read through these on my show yet. So maybe I'll read through them here. Let me scroll down.
No, that's funny you said that, because he told me to make sure you mention or whatever, bring him up. Citizen M, who is a good egg, was like, yeah.
Oh, you know. Oh, so
Yeah,
you know he's sending to me. Okay, well, good. Shout out to Citizen M. Then I was gonna keep his name silent, but okay.
No, he said give him a shout out on the show tonight. So,
yeah, shout out to him.
But whatever, Citizen M is like he's been keeping track. He is the all-knowing steel toe. I'd maybe even to a point where he might have been a fan at some point. But such a dickhead that he runs off all of his fans. So
this is what I was sent. It's attributed to Citizen M, not me. So I'm reading what I was sent. You know, just for the legal record. For the
let's do Doom too. Shout out to Doom. Citizen M knows all. Shout out to Doom. I know you
shout
know
out to Doom. They've done some great clips. Also Rumble. So I took yesterday off, but the day before it cut my Keanu Gino interview for some reason. It cut like the last 30, 45 minutes off. I do have a full copy of that. I grabbed off D Live, and I will be uploading that. I didn't even know it did that, but another person who clips my stuff said, "Hey, do you have a full copy of this?" I'm like, I don't know. Rumble Studios sucks. For some reason, it did that to me. But yeah, shout out to Doom. I was reading through some of those comments earlier. They're making me laugh. And then some of them not, but but most of them are pretty positive. All right, let me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and they did a great clip too. Just in general, I thought it was entertaining. That the fade ends of the reviews and all this stuff. So let me read these from Citizen M. It's from Citizen M again, not Ethan Ralph. Aaron abandoned his last-born child, Emily, shortly after her birth. Aaron successfully petitioned the court to pay less than the legally required minimum child support. Now that one, you know, maybe I'll look into that. I don't know. Aaron picks up. Now this is a little tidbit here. Aaron picks up / drops off his children at the police station every couple days per their custodial agreement. Now, didn't they had a different arrangement, I think, at one point, and I don't know if something involving April or what happened there.
No, Aaron violated his HRO that they had she had against him. But it seems like that they were the entire time swapping the kids at the police station, but there came a point where that ended. It seems like that's ended and they're on better terms now. I think something that had to do with that was that the fact that April is gone and out of the picture now, because I do believe the ex-wife actually hated April. That was part of the issue also. So
I love April.
Yeah. But as far as being like a stepmom or whatever, I guess Ashley had issues with April being a stepmommy and being
all
around.
women hate each other. Let's just be real. All right, now this is the next one. Aaron is the stepfather of his own children, as Balin LaRue is their real father figure. This is what was said to me. Aaron's girlfriend, Ann Ghosh, allows an indoor pit bull to live with her young daughter. That sounds like a really good idea, by the way.
Yeah, and it's a big fucking pit bull too. I brought that up on my show a bunch of times. It's like, Jesus, man, for a guy that hates Aaron has said that on air a bunch of times, that, you know, they're like land sharks and he hates pit bulls. But yet he's willing to have a pit bull around his kid and dating a lady that's fine with a huge pit bull being around kids. So I don't know, parenting.
Pussy over pit bull, I guess. No, and I haven't seen her. What is she? Is she a real?
A looker? I wouldn't say that. She's a little manly. I mean, you can't. It's easy to Google. We could Google it real quick.
April or her?
Oh, for sure. I would say April's a lot hotter, and we've had April and Aaron on this show a couple times, believe it or not. Yeah, and she was the sweetest, nicest, like you're saying.
Same to me,
nice lady.
I met her in person. I had a oh my God, yes, I see. I met her in person and had the lunch with, well, it was like early dinner maybe, I guess, with her and Nick Rekieta and Mrs. Rekieta, and we took that photograph, which I thought was pretty cool. And she had a very nice yellow skirt on, I will say, and was sweet, nice to me the entire time, and I think I was nice as well. It was good to talk to her. All right. Aaron has never won a boxing match. His record is 2 losses and 0 wins. Aaron lies about this and recently was caught listing his ratio as the number 2 instead of a ratio like everyone else. I think his record as the number 2 instead of a ratio like everyone else. I think that's what he meant. Aaron was forced to fire his longtime co-host named Oz. Aaron explains he was forced to fire Oz due to Oz's declined health after a stroke that Oz endured. While Oz did suffer a stroke, the reason Aaron had to fire him was because Oz is a rampant alcoholic who constantly drinks and drives. I have to disavow, of course, rampant alcoholism. Now, Aaron also said, Aaron would have lied about his height forever had he not been arrested. His booking documented that he is 6'3" and not 6'4". Aaron did nothing to stop Ann Ghosh's ex-partner from physically abusing her. Aaron has dated Ann seriously prior to all this. Did not know that.
Yeah. So yeah, he dated her for a while, and there she is on the screen right now. If you
is it her?
Yeah, that's her right there, front and center. But yeah, he was dating her for a while, and then I think like he dumped her to go with April. But somewhere.
So she looks like a less attractive, dark-haired version of April. Actually,
don't think he's out of his league.
She's got. Yeah, I don't think she's got as nice as complexion as April, but and she's a little bit older, but otherwise, whatever. She's a serviceable slam pig.
Yeah, and
her forehead is big. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, you know, I might hit it, but I'm sober now, so maybe not. All right, now Aaron was choked out at his Aaron was choked out at a wedding and immediately surrendered, putting his arms up in the air. Now, I did not know.
That's a fact. I think he was choked out to completion from what I know. I mean, and I'm not talking about Nick Rekieta's completion. I mean, he was completely choked out. So,
yeah, God,
it sounds like he was just like goofing around with his buddy at the wedding, and dude didn't take it too lightly, so he ended up just getting choked right out in front of everybody. Can you imagine how embarrassing that had to be?
I can't imagine that. Yeah. And what did he just say? Hey, choke me out, or like dared somebody to do it? Or
no, like he was fucking around with the guy, and the guy got mad about it, and because apparently they were doing like a rap battle or like a joke battle, so they were thrown in. It was on stage, and like it was jab back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then maybe Aaron was actually winning because the dude got pissed off and just grabbed Aaron up like a rag doll and choked him out. So. If you're wondering how much of a badass Aaron is, he's 0-2 in boxing, and the only other fight we know about is that. So, and I've been choked out one time myself, so I'm not even that much.
We used to do the choke out game when I was a kid, and you would go up against the wall and they'd put your arms like this, and basically it makes you, I did the same. Yeah, it makes you feel high. It makes you feel high, but somebody's got to catch you. And I remember one time my friend was doing it to another friend of mine. And he passed him out, but then he just let him fall, and he fell just like face first onto the floor and busted his head. I mean, luckily he was okay, but you have to grab the person or else just fall into the ground, right? But yeah, we used to do dumb shit like that. I only ever did it once, let myself be choked out once, and I was like, nah. Then also the air duster thing, I did that one time too, and not smart. That shit can kill you quick. And fucking a dumbass friend of mine, I told this story. They're like, look, I found out a way we can get high for like $10. We'll just buy a can of air duster. I'm like, okay. And then they're literally riding around West Memphis, huffing air duster. They're like, here, Ralph, hit it. I was like, okay. So I did like an idiot, and then it's like wah, 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 wah. Like it's the craziest fucking feeling. Do not do that. I only did that one time too.
Okay.
But it was comparable. For some reason, it made me like there's similar feelings, honestly. Don't do that. But I also see here, oh yes, this I've heard about this. April infamously said that Aaron is unable to make her come every time, quote unquote, which immediately culminated, I've seen this, in an on-screen verbal fight between them. To this day, Aaron will die. Imagine her saying that on air, even if it's true or not, which I assume that it is.
Oh yeah.
The disrespect.
Oh
my God.
100% true. Yeah, we watched it. It's clipped. You can go back and find it.
Yeah, I've seen it too, but like for your woman to say that on air, like right in front, like wow,
Yeah.
okay, there was clearly some tension there already. To this day, Aaron will die on the hill of arguing that April was only kidding when she said that. It's truly delusional. No, I've seen it. She did not seem to be kidding at all, actually. So
yeah, well, I mean, that might go to the fact that they may have been having actual marital problems before the swinging actually started, which kind of backs up maybe Aaron's story that he wanted to get rid of her, and that he would deny that now, but for whatever reason you would hand your lady off to another dude to fuck her. I would say that he was probably sick of her, because I can't imagine that Kayla Ricada was worth giving up your lady for to do a swinging polycule thing.
I don't know if he was sick of her, man, because
you're not so sure, huh?
Remember when he was on with Kiki? He started crying, saying, yeah, he was real upset about her. So, unless those were fake tears, he was pretty upset.
yeah, I watched that too, and I don't know if they were fake or not. I have two different minds about it. Maybe it was real, maybe it wasn't. But also, some people thought maybe he pimped her out to try to get more clout. Just in the first place, the classic pimp game.
See that?
Yeah, I actually think that might be a huge part of it too, because he wanted to be in the Nick Ricada law tuber world, even though he doesn't know anything about law, obviously. But yeah, I mean, whatever. Ricada, he went live just for one show recently, and dude had like 1,000 live viewers. So his game's still right there if he wants it, you know. But he had quite the following.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got banned off YouTube. I had the #1 show late night on YouTube. Wall Street Journal. Thank you. Shout out to the Wall Street Journal. But yeah, you know, I've had varying levels of success, but much more than Aaron has ever dreamed of. I've had more success streaming in terms of like big interviews, newsmakers, politicos, just everybody can. I've probably done 1,000 interviews at least. And I think about Aaron, I think they said Josh Gad was his biggest interview. I'm sitting here thinking, okay, right. Well, it's tough to land big interviews when you're in the 187th ranked market, right? Nobody, that's way down the list. And so I don't know, but if you heard him talk, he said they used to call him Little Howard Stern on the prairie is what they used to call him. I doubt that he was ever called that by anybody, actually. But maybe I'm wrong, though. I could be wrong. But
maybe like Anthony Cumia Jr. or something. I don't know.
No, more like shithead that I'm forced to listen to because the other station sucks even worse.
Who's this guy?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think he had he doesn't give off any classic Stern vibes to me. Maybe Stern the cuck these days, yeah, maybe. But like I don't hear him and think Howard Stern, let's say.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe Opie.
Is that the end of your bullet points? Is that all your bullet points?
Yeah, that's all of them right there. Yeah.
Right on. Yeah. As far as like Ricada goes, I mean, Aaron, he went on to Compound Media, so he tried to tie himself with Anthony Cumia, and he did like 6 shows on Compound Media, which was Anthony Cumia's paywall. Obviously, he's back on the radio now, so he's big time. But yeah, that was short lived, and I don't think Anthony ever took him seriously or gave a fuck about him whatsoever, except for the fact that Anthony saw April and he was like, "Oh, who's this cute girl?" Like he was into that. He was into Aaron having a hot wife, and he wanted that around maybe, but that was about the end of it. But yeah, so I know he's had like the whore tubers, the e-beggar type chicks on. I don't know if you have any issues with Chrissy Mayer, but
I've had one or two in the past, but not anymore. No.
Right. So he ran into Chrissy Mayer. He tried to take some of the steam off from her, I should say, not off her, but from her. I don't know. I think those were some of his biggest people that he ran around with, maybe like Kino Casino, that kind of stuff. Nothing major.
Yeah, well, so I was supposed to have the first interview with him on all this, and he snaked me on it and gave it to them instead. And then I had the second. So when he came on, and he screwed me over. So when he came on my show, I have a couple of other friends who appear every once in a while. So we decided to give him a rough ride for his appearance on my show, and I let them grill him, and I was like, I won't say good cop, but middle good or slightly good cop, while I let Godwinson and Perspicasti just roast him mercilessly. And then at the end, I announced that I was going to be interviewing Ricada on his first interview back. Now, I was a little under the weather, I guess you could say, during that interview. But yeah, fuck Aaron Imholte. He's always been a liar and even worse, a snitch. So I have zero respect for him whatsoever. And I hope they put him in jail on May 13th.
Yeah. It's highly likely.
And also shut this unsafe gym down. Yeah. Well, why else is he not taking the deal? Shut this gym down too. This thing is unsafe. I don't care that this old guy is senile or whatever. I'm not saying take his money or anything like that or lock him up. But if he doesn't cut ties with Imholte, and Imholte still hasn't had his suspension revoked. I think there's supposed to be a fight tomorrow night. I don't know that he's going to be allowed to participate.
No,
I hope
he will not be.
Like
Sport. I checked the Safe Sport today, as a matter of fact, and yeah, if you type in Aaron Imholte, he's still on that temporary suspension. He was talking a lot of shit. We'll be watching that later in the show too. He did say on air that he will not be having a fight. He tried to say that the other fighter that he was going to be going up against wasn't available or didn't want to do the fight anyway. So how convenient is that the other box he's putting
imagine. Yeah, imagine. Course, and then also, of course, he tried to bait me up there. First off, I'm not fighting anybody for free unless it's out in the street and I have to, which has happened before. But he was like, "Hey, come up here, we'll fight." Yeah, for free. Fuck off. I'm not fighting you for free. Plus, I had a proposal. I was like, "Hey, let's get a venue. Let's train for 3 months or whatever. Let's hype it up. We could sell 1,000 tickets for that. I'm certain of it, actually.
Split that would be the smart way to do it.
Well, yeah, it's like."
And then he came up with the whole thing to be going down in Las Vegas where he was going to take on 5 men, and I don't mean
which is insane. Any 5 guys. I mean, unless they were like midgets, maybe like literal midgets.
Midgets would be a problem.
Yeah, I do too. 5 on one, or maybe they were one after the other. I don't know.
He meant like
going to be like a gauntlet
style. Yeah, exactly, like a gauntlet, one at a time, but 5 dudes. He was like, "Oh, I'll take on 5 of you, one at a time." And then he came up with all the stipulations to, of course, make himself be able to back out of it very quickly. So, in true Aaron Imholte style, that's how he rolls. So,
they do have those kind of fights in Russia, though.
Yeah. On one.
Well, in the old UFCs, they used to have like the one-night tournaments and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. Now they ban that because unsafe, of course. But I don't know. He's mental. But I proposed that. I'm like, okay, we'll just split the money. I mean, it's prize fighting. You fight unless it's in the street, you fight for money. Like, I'm not interested in a sparring session with your retarded ass. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. It was dumb. I was never gonna go, and he went down there and started doing this Rocky shtick and looking like a just complete fool. And I sat there and I looked at my buddy. He's like, first off, he goes, I wasn't gonna go anyway, but he goes, it's like an hour and 45 minutes from where we're at right now. It's like way up in the sticks. He's like, I don't want to go. I was like, I ain't going either.
Well, fair enough, but also I have kind of a mole up there in Minnesota, and he was actually there at the boxing gym that night, and he said it was all theatrical. He said Aaron never had any intention of expecting you to show up. So when he says that on air, he's just absolutely lying.
Well, of course not. I mean, nobody with a brain thought I was going to show up, especially for free. Like, look, you know what? I actually respect the sport of boxing. Been a boxing fan since I was 7 years old. And another reason I would want to train and get ready for the fight. Boxing's it's a dangerous sport. You can really get hurt out there, and it's not something to take lightly. And people think I'm joking. I guess part of it is a little bit of a bit, shut this fucking gym down. But this guy is has an unsafe operation if he's up there coaching people and acting like he's some authority on boxing. Not the old man. I'm talking about Aaron, and he needs to be disavowed and run the fuck up out of the gym. So, but go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, hey, Ethan, one thing I'm confident though, if you boxed Aaron, you wouldn't get hurt, brother. You wouldn't have to worry about that.
Part of me wishes I would have shown up, but just on principle, it's like, okay, no training, whatever, fine. I know a little bit about boxing anyway, just from having seen about 1,000 boxing matches. But it's basically imitating what I've seen, right? I live in Merida in Mexico, and they take their boxeo very serious here, and so I would like to legit train or whatever. But that being said, if he just said, "Hey, here's a check," or let's stream this and we're gonna split the money, although I don't trust this guy, so like I don't think I'd have been down for that part of it. Cut me a check, I probably would have shown up because I'm not. I've seen his fighting. I wouldn't be worried about getting hurt. You can't knock me out. There's been some clips of me getting my head rocked, and
I've seen them all. I've seen. Well, like which one was the worst? Because I seen the one where you got in a fight at a house, and then where you got in a fight at in Portugal. Like which one of those experiences was worse?
Probably the one at the house, because my lip got busted, and then it was like 3 or 4 on 1. And of course, I got jumped in Portugal too, but whatever.
Right. I'm going to tell you something I was most impressed with, that elbow you took from that dude at the bowling alley. I'd totally shut that off. That,
yeah. Then he got dragged around the corner by the security, and we all stomped the shit out of him. And then they threw him out. At the time, I was on probation, and a guy who comes on my show had recorded it. He was going to post us stomping him out. I was like, man, you better delete that video right in front of me, motherfucker. Like, you can't post that. That's going to get me in trouble, even though he was the aggressor.
Right.
But I had my Timberlands on and kicked him in the head.
Well,
like
it was
2 or 3 times.
It was a total chicken shit shot he did on you. He came up going through that line or whatever and came up to the end. Yeah, that was punk move.
Right.
Punk.
That's why I didn't feel bad. Of course, I wasn't trying to like kill him or anything. I just gave him a couple kicks or whatever. I felt like he deserved a couple receipts for that one, because it was a total, like you said, total chicken shit. Like, what the fuck? But he was escorted out rudely, but I still got his money for the ticket, so whatever.
All's well that ends well.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I know you said you wanted to end the Scott's boxing gym up there, but the gym I don't know if you had a chance to see all these Google reviews that have been showing up lately. This shit's fucking hilarious, man.
Not in a couple days, but I have seen a few of them. Yeah, one of them put the picture of me and Nick and Lady Rackets and right. April. That one had me dying. When I saw that, I was dying. Yeah.
I don't even know if these are your fans or whatever, but like Jeff Carter, I'm new to the sport, so having a remarkably cool coach like Aaron really helps. Every session he sets a goal, and whilst he gets a little fidgety if I miss said goal. Coach takes it in stride. After the workout, he treats me to a vanilla protein shake served out of a clam.
That
Thank
would
you.
kill me. The Scott replied to that one too.
He's replied to a bunch
And he
of them.
clearly
It's
understood
hilarious.
nothing of what he was like.
Yeah,
any of
but
the jokes.
like he doesn't understand. This is clear that he doesn't understand what's happening. That or whatever, he doesn't want just bad reviews. But no one's gonna go look at like a response to a comment on Google. Like seriously, like a Yelp review.
But
yeah, he says to correct this review, this gym member Aaron is not a coach, just a gym member like everyone else, and any person can treat anyone the way they want to when they leave this establishment.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious, the whole thing. And I feel bad for the old man on one hand, but on the other, it's like, well, you know, you're out here doing testimonial. He did that testimonial video for him, what was it, last week, and all this stuff. And I know the guy's old and maybe he's not quite, you know, as sharp as he once was or whatever, but this guy shouldn't be affiliated with your gym, period. Not even just as a coach. He shouldn't even be allowed through the door. And if you had any, maybe he doesn't have this sense. And I think this guy was his lawyer at one point too. So maybe that's part of it. Yeah, that's the picture. Right. The iconic photograph. Why did I say yellow skirt? It's not a yellow skirt. It's like an orange shirt with the green and white skirt. Yeah. She exactly. Stands out, I gotta say. Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Hot. She's hot. Yeah, whatever. I just there's some funny ones. They're like, oh, who's this weird dude hanging out in the locker room? Big tall lanky guy. Whatever. It's just too funny, dude. Like everybody should go take a peek at these because they just everyone. Obviously, I can barely even talk. I'm laughing just thinking about it. But yeah. You know, of course, Scott replying to like every single one of them as well is even funnier because he really doesn't get the bit. But beyond that, just the fact that he has to respond to them all is hilarious.
He's totally lost. I feel bad for him on some level. I mean, on most levels, right? But also, it's like, hey, man. You keep falling for this shit. You keep letting Aaron drag you into shit. And
we're deeper.
Yeah, it's like, cut this guy loose, man. And he keeps lying about your gym and about his coaching and the licensing and all this stuff. It's kind of serious, really. I mean, you know, it's not.
Well, that's why he really doesn't want to call him. Well, we know he's coached or has coached allegedly in the past or gotten paid for helping out with like sparring sessions or you know, getting paid to spar with people.
Yeah, they pay sparring for him.
Yeah, but the coach, Scott, the owner, he's absolutely denied that, and he even says it in a bunch of those replies on Google. He's like, he was never a coach here. He's never been a coach here. He's never all he's ever been.
So at that point, the old man's lying. It's like, okay, we know you're lying. What if I would have shown up there that night, and which. There was no like real setup. There's no medical stuff. Like, say I went up there and really hurt this guy, or he really hurt me, or we both got hurt, or something like that. I could have sued the shit out of that old man for letting that happen. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or Aaron could have sued him even if something would have happened to him, right? Like it's so reckless what Aaron did. Yeah,
the liability thing.
Yeah, for the old man's sake, it's a good thing I did not show up and nothing did happen because. Best believe if I would have got hurt or tripped and even twisted my ankle, I'd sue the shit out of that old man. And you know, I'd rather just put Aaron in the. I was about to say something on the mat, we'll say. But and I don't think really anybody probably would have got hurt, but still,
you don't know.
It's just you don't know. It's boxing. You really don't know. It's just reckless, and it's reckless disregard for this old man's business. And it seems to be like his retirement hobby as well. And I don't know. It's just selfish of Imholte, really.
Exactly. Yeah, because I mean, whatever. I know he's got insurance, and I'm sure he's got whatever. He's got his ass covered as far as his business goes. But if you're doing illegal stuff, they don't cover that shit. So it's just stupid to have him doing anything.
He said, "Quad, Ethan's voice sounds like grandma from the Squidbillies. He gives me the creeps." Well, you're probably a pedophile, so you give me the creeps as well. But I appreciate you giving Quadfather $5, though. I will say that.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve C. $5. Appreciate it. Indeed. Whatever. If you got time, maybe we'll read some of these. Actually,
it doesn't bother me. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. You can read them all. I wanted to read that one myself.
Yeah. Nice podcast, stupid. Yo, Ethan, much respect, bro. You gonna burn down the Dabbleverse?
Well, definitely Imholte, for sure. And I'm still learning about the whole Dabbleverse thing, really. Like, I don't know all the ins and outs. I know old man Brennan seems to be afraid to have me on his show. I don't know what's going on there, but
well, no. That's actually something I was going to bring up because I heard you saying like, yeah, you would go on his show, but you don't know how to get a hold of him since his Twitter went down. But now it sounds like his YouTube might be down too, which is a double whammy. But on Wednesday, when you were talking about that, he had just said that day he was like, oh, I got to get this Ethan Ralph guy on my show.
Really?
I don't know. He was like, I don't know how to get a hold of him. I don't know. Like, could someone else reach out to him and get a hold of him? So I figured I'd at least bring that up.
Somebody told me that on Twitter, and I thought they were bullshitting.
No,
because I was supposed to go on a while ago, and I thought, I don't have a beef with him. I called him old man or whatever. Like, he is older than me, but I ain't exactly spring chicken. I'm 39, but I kind of just want the crossover. I just think it'd be fun. So yeah, I would love to do that.
Yeah, so he brought it up more than one time on that episode too. Like he was like, I really got to get this Ethan Ralph guy on my show. It was like he was adamant about finding you and getting you on the show. He's like, can someone get email?
So his Twitter got banned. His Twitter got banned too.
Yeah. So
yeah,
correct.
What the fuck? So it's kind of hard to get my Twitter banned because my Twitter account's like 15 years old and it's kind of bigger. So like there's certain. I don't know. It's just harder to get those type of accounts banned that's bigger and been around forever. But it seems like, call me a conspiracy theorist, but his goes down, Melton's goes down. It's just kind of funny.
We're in the Dabbleverse, we got trolls and it's just like the Sektur or anywhere else. There's people constantly mass reporting, flagging, trying to get stuff taken down because there's a lot of trolls out there, man, as you know from your side of things over there in the Sektur. So it's the same here in the Dabbleverse, man. Written Asylum, $2. Ethan, get even and take away Christmas from Toe.
Yeah, hopefully he celebrated his last Christmas. That would be great, actually. I really, this guy's a piece of shit all the way around. And look, I don't claim to be Mr. Morality, but I ain't a fucking snitch. And not only snitching, proud snitch. To me, that's worse. It's like most people, okay, they felt like they had to snitch or whatever, stay out of federal prison or take a 10-year bid. I still don't support it because that's just the ethos of where I'm from, but I can understand it. Whereas this guy's out there snitching, bragging about snitching, thinking it's funny. Thought it was funny I couldn't see my son. Well, you know what? I'm going to think it's funny and I hope when they put your ass in fucking jail. That's what I've been to jail, by the way. And I don't think you're going to be able to handle it the same way I was. So I really want to see you experience that. I think you need that for your life growth, Aaron. That's what I think.
Yeah, I seen you and Gino's. Let's just say Nick Ricada. He probably has the same thought in his mind too. I don't know if you saw that. He was definitely subpoenaed. So it sounds like they want him.
Wait, did they subpoena Ricada too?
Yeah, he's gotten.
Dude. Okay, so Aaron's fucked, man. Because the whole thing is, why would they be even wasting their time and money on all these subpoenas and trying to get, or not trying to? They're gonna make Keanu and Gino appear. Why would they be doing that if they were gonna cut him a deal? Now, Keanu was adamant. I was told by two different people, and they're not known as liars, but maybe they have bad info. Who knows? But I was told he already turned down a plea deal that would have just had a misdemeanor attached to it, and that he turned that down. Now, Keanu seemed to flat out say that didn't happen, and she knew that didn't happen. Now, look, I don't know.
Right.
But what I do know is how prosecutors work. And the same prosecutor who put that contempt or was in charge of the contempt charge on me is the same one charging him. And I wrote a letter to the judge, didn't work. I saw a couple lawyers said, hey, that does work sometimes. It wasn't a bad idea. But she saw I was trying to, there's only like 4 people who work in the whole fucking courthouse, right? So they knew I was trying to get something arranged. I wasn't going to fly into America and get arrested or cross the border. You damn sure don't want to be in one of those jails at the border in SoCal or get arrested in Minneapolis airport. It costs $600 to fly there anyway. So she said, hey, I'm not your attorney. I see you trying to contact the court. I know you left a message with my office. Here's an offer sheet here below. There's also a plea petition. You wouldn't have to show up in Minnesota. You don't even have to show up on Zoom. You can waive all that. Year suspended sentence, $500 plus costs, which was like $585 or $587, which would have cost me that just to go to Minnesota, and would have been arrested. So, as soon as it pops up on the criminal database. So the border guards would have detained me. I would have got arrested, right? So I thought that, it's bullshit, in my opinion, since everybody else was doing it. But like, okay. So I said, thank you, ma'am. I will have it sent to you tomorrow via email. And that was it. Whereas with him, okay, they're sending out subpoenas and they're doing this and that. And it doesn't seem like it's being geared toward a deal. I told Gino and Keanu, there's a couple different options. Maybe they're just, trying to exert maximum pressure and to show them, they're not fucking around. Or to me, it's too much though for it to just be that, right? Because to me, it seems like they're going to trial and that maybe he did turn down a plea deal and they know they have a slam dunk felony charge on him. And prosecutors love to up their felony conviction rate, if you know anything about prosecutors, because usually prosecutors go on and become defense attorneys, quite frankly. That's what they end up doing because they can make more money.
Yeah,
or judges, right? Yeah, or judges. Yeah, you're right. So, but like that just looks good on their record, and they like it to be like 97 to 99% conviction rate on felonies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all they care about is winning, like wins, win column,
yes,
like to show the constituents that you indeed are putting. You're just winning your cases, so
nobody gets losing.
You don't want a bunch of losses on your record. That's
all they care about.
A plea deal is a win. So every plea deal that they hand out, they could drop half the charges. The one thing that they will come away with is at least one charge that they convict you on, and they're happy with that because it's a win. So it's that simple.
But if you thumb your nose at him, and he thinks he's an honorary member of the force, and he never was. Like nobody. I said this the other night. Nobody respects a snitch, including the police and the prosecution. And he went on air, basically compromised the other county's case against Rekieta because he got the revenge porn charge during the middle of their. They were trying to assert leverage on Rekieta. Well, it's like, okay, your star witness just caught a case. This is going to come up if he's on the stand. There's nothing stopping it from coming up. So. I just feel, I know Stearns County, they don't fuck around. And I just feel like the whole area is sick of internet motherfuckers. And, he, unfortunately for him, I think he might be the one.
What it is, right?
Yeah.
Rekieta ran into that because he had a big mouth and whatever, and he was going after the judge. And I have nothing against Rekieta. In fact, whatever. I'm more of a fan of what's going on with him than Aaron, but. He went after the judge local, and I think that ended up costing him in the end because here's the other aspect of it is like here on the West Coast, I live in Oregon, whatever. They really go after like domestic cases. We were talking about this on Wednesday. They really don't like people fucking up domestically, but they're not a big deal. Like heroin, they don't charge you, like, what I mean, the drug charges. So when everyone was assuming that Rekieta was going to go to prison over some dope, I never thought so, honestly. But they take stuff in Minnesota on the domestic side way more serious than they do as far as like drug charges. So because out here in Oregon too.
Yeah, plus it wasn't distribution. He just had a shit ton of coke for his own usage. Like, okay. He's a member of the bar as well. They're all members of the bar. And he had a clean record. And so he got a sweet ass deal as long as he completes his diversion and all that stuff after that. So he technically pled guilty, but it's not entered, right? The plea. So as long as the guilty plea is not entered, he's not a convicted felon. And as long as he completes all this, he won't be a convicted felon. His law license be in good standing. If he wants to use it later on, whatever. And so it'll be in the eyes of the court as if it never happened. Now, of course, real life, we all saw it. We all know about it, but his town knows about it. But I mean, that's about as good a deal as you could get, really. That's right. And so I don't know how many years that'll be. I guess we'll find out. What is it? In April, I think, or March, one of those. I forget the day. But I think he got a pretty sweet deal. And I think part of it was because of what a dumbass Aaron Imholte was.
Yeah, I think it's 5 years probation, which is
5 years. That's what I thought. Yeah, it's a long time. You hate to be on paper, as they say.
Literally.
Yeah, you hate to be on paper for 5 years. That's not something that
no mistakes. Zero mistakes.
Yeah. In the jail cell for 5 years. So that's for
sure. I was on paper for 3, and it's like, oh God, and it gets down to the end. And you can still, I had a suspended sentence too, where technically they didn't give you that full, whatever it was, 2.5 years. It's like, oh my God, like, holy shit. And I was definitely counting down the days to get off paper, as they say, in the criminal world, I guess. But once the system gets you, man, they don't really want to let you go that easily. And you can definitely stay, it's not a brag, but I've had my run-ins since I was 12 years old on just all kinds of petty shit, bullshit, some more serious than others. But, I'm thinking about, that's like, 27 years, probably about 23 or 24 out of those years. And I'm counting family court too, right? And you just can't get away from them. And as hard as they want to fuck you, they will. That's why Aaron, I said this on a couple of different venues, but he's really playing with fire here, because they can definitely do him really dirty. And now, to me, it seems like they're going to go to trial, but I could be wrong. And maybe he does cut a deal. Lawyers don't really want to go to trial at the end of the day. So maybe, but if you piss them off bad enough, though, the prosecution, they want to teach some lessons. And so I don't know. We'll see.
Hell yeah. Let me run through a couple of these super chats and then move on to the next topic, which I'm really curious about as far as what your plan might be going forward. Diesel, the Rottweiler, remember for 3 months, Aaron cheated with Ann on their first marriage. True. Crew Jones, $2. Thank you, sir. Can any of you do a backflip? No, none of us can do a backflip. I don't think you can do a backflip. Yeah, I cannot.
No, that would be pretty sick if I could, though. I'd probably break my neck even attempting that. Yeah.
Steve C, $2. Quad. Ethan read my chat. What a weirdo, right? No, that's not weird. He saw it. You should feel special. He saw it and he read it, man. He liked it or didn't like it. One of the two. He got his attention. Steve C, $2. Ethan has piggy. Titties or thighs? No, titties.
It says titties, actually, because he's probably drunk and cannot spell, even if he was sober. So, yeah, I think some type of...
maybe thighs and titties. I don't know.
Some type of amalgam there. I bet it's been a while since he's been in between any thighs, if you know what I mean. But, yeah.
Or titties.
All right, you got it. Nice. I like that add-on.
K McDuck, Canadian $5, whatever that is, if it's real. Can we please ask Ethan if Aaron can have his own door in the hallway of enemies like the old days?
Yeah, again, Aaron fucked with me in a way that I don't feel was acceptable, basically, right? Plus, he streamed Aaron's trial. He streamed Ricada. Like, it'd be different if I was the only one who did that. He made sure to get me pulled up on what I consider some petty shit. Is it technically against the law? Yeah, but everybody was doing it. Nobody really cared. He made it a thing because he looked like such shit on that fucking hearing. You could see it on his face. It looked like somebody just shot his dog right in front of him. And, I know how it feels. It doesn't feel good to be up there. I know that feeling. But guess what? You deserved it, fucker, because you already screwed me over before. You took such glee in the media tour with Ricada, and so I wanted to make sure that got out there, and I did that all on my own. They tried to say Ricada gave me the link. No, I sent a request to the website and said, I'm interested party. I want a link, and they sent it to me. And so, he took glee in me not being able to see my son and tried to mock me and this and that. Yeah, so he definitely has his own door in the hallway of enemies. And I plan on fucking with him for quite some time, actually. And if it wasn't for Destiny today, I probably would have fucked with him a lot more. But I knew that I would be coming on here tonight to talk about him already. So yeah, he's just a despicable. He's a liar as well. You would think he was some big radio star, and he's not. So,
well, what goes around does tend to come around.
Well, that's true, and I know that better than anybody. That's another thing where it's like, okay. Sometimes keep talking that big shit. It's happened to me, man. I'm not gonna fudge the facts here, and he's in for some pain, in my opinion.
Good. We like to hear it. Steve C, I hope you eat running weed eater.
That one's kind of funny. I was trying to think of a comeback to that one, but I'm on YouTube. I had one, and then I was like, I don't want to get these guys' channel taken down. But
I know. I'm always jealous of what you get away with over there on Rumble. But then again, I know it doesn't pay to get kicked off of YouTube. And
that one's pretty funny though. I actually kind of like that one. I've never heard that one before. Eat a running weed eater, so I kind of like that one.
Yeah, Steve C's hilarious. He's come up with all kinds of funny gimmicks he does.
That one's good. Yeah, that one is Ralph approved. I might steal that. Actually,
he says horrible shit to us all the time. So we love him, but he's an asshole.
He's a good egg.
No, he's not. Maybe.
No.
Hey, Quad. Gino ain't got no money, and Daddy KB's ain't got no YouTube or Twitter. Oh no. Super chat machine doesn't go brrr. I tell you, John, did you see my turkey neck? My wife left me for a Jew. Wow.
Right.
Wow.
F that movie toe douchebag. Take him down, Ethan. We will cheer you on.
Let's go.
You got lots of fans.
Brennan's already on my side. I know a bit about Brennan. I know about his brother too. I think they hate each other though.
We know that Kevin hates Neil. I don't know how much Neil hates Kevin.
The reason I know Neil is because, obviously it's the Chappelle show. Is how come I know him. He had a falling out with Chappelle too, I think. But yeah, I know a little bit about that. Of course, Kevin's successful. I think wasn't he on the writing team for Saturday Night Live or something like that?
He did Weekend Update. I think he was on there one time on Weekend Update, or once or twice. He had a pilot, Number One Son. He did a bunch of specials, and he did Letterman and all that kind of stuff.
That's
pretty cool. Yeah.
Whatever. He's got credits. You can't knock that for sure. He was on Spin City once as a. Anyway, he does have credits.
Spin City. Yeah.
Yeah. So some good stuff. Jesse PS. I'm a fan of his work. I respect him, and I think he does good show over there. I seen your introduction kind of into all of maybe being drug into going after Aaron a little bit more. I know that it probably wasn't necessarily completely Jesse's idea. You already had your sights set on Aaron before that.
He was already on my radar for sure because of what I said. But right. Jesse was encouraging me and thinks that he needs to be destroyed. And I didn't need much convincing on that. So
fucking A, man.
Yeah.
Jesse, he did some funny trolls on Aaron. He sent him coleslaw. Other people have sent him like onions to his house. Like I said, we had that guy on the street. I don't really like talking too much about him, but the guy, Cheese, he, whatever. It turned out to be a sexual assault weirdo dude. But while he was hanging out with us for a minute, he was giving us local reports on the movements of Aaron Imholte and whatnot. I still have access to that. So we did have boots on the ground, and like I said, he was there that night that he was trying to fight you or whatever. So, other buddies I had were we're doing the Zoom court bombs. It's like there's been a bunch of funny shenanigans going on. We pretty much I had access. I've had Aaron on my show twice. I've had access to him the entire time, but he shut down maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I think all this boxing stuff has really gotten to him because he closed his DMs with me after I gave him some advice, and he didn't read that stuff on air because he usually reads anything you send him on air. It's almost like a guarantee that it'll do that.
I said, we used to have, I used to be on okay terms, but he knows it wasn't hidden once he got on air because he fucked me out of the exclusive. And I was like, all right, I'm going to fuck you then, bitch. Like Ricada did, except rhetorically. And so I don't think Ricada actually fucked him. But I did hear that he had a little slurp out of April's snatch there of some Ricada juice. Disgusting. I don't know. So he hasn't been friendly with me since then. He's kind of a two-faced guy, though. I always knew he was full of shit, really. You just know the type when you see it. And, anybody could turn it around. Anybody could change their style. But he seems set on being this fake radio jockey, and it's just terrible.
Agreed. Jesse. Obviously, Jesse's trolled a bunch of people in the past. Dick Masterson, there's another one, right? JoJo the cow stuff. So I'm gonna go to HackMania. I thought maybe it would be fun to mess with Dick a little bit, just a little light teasing. Maybe throw some JoJo the cow shit at him.
Masterson and I were good friends for 7 years up until about a month ago, and I won't rehash the whole thing here, but. Major falling out, I guess you could say. But these things happen, and if I go, if I don't go, it wouldn't have anything to do with that. But I usually just go to see my son when I go to the States and Vegas. Also, I just got out of rehab. It'll be a few months away, so it'll be a little bit easier, I guess. But Vegas, Sin City, although it has nothing on Tijuana, but I haven't decided yet. I still want to talk to Melton a little bit and see. But what I could do, how many days is it? Is it like 4 days?
It's Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. So 9th through 11th.
What I could do, because I want to see my son as well. I could just maybe go for like the Friday night and then fly into California and see him and fly on the way back. Then it wouldn't really be. It would be like I'd be there halfway there to see my son anyway, right? Like in Vegas, and then it's like a $70 flight to SoCal or some shit. It's really cheap
and really quick too.
Yeah, really fast. And then I could see him on Saturday and Sunday like I usually do. And then just fly back to Mexico, walk across the Sky Bridge to Tijuana. Don't fly from San Diego or LA because it's like triple the price. But could fly into SoCal, see him. I don't know. That makes a lot of sense. And at least do the Friday night. Yeah, so I might do that.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Melton, it would be cool to have you there, man. We can wear matching JoJo the cow shirts. I don't know. I'm just fucking around. But,
I wonder how it's gonna go. Like I said, we were actual friends, but I won't rehash it all. I didn't like some of the things he said. I'm sure he didn't like some of the things I said after. I did take it pretty far. And, I'm sure he thinks I misinterpreted some things. Maybe I did. I don't know. I know he went on air and said some things I didn't appreciate after he canceled me and Milo on his show. And then the more I thought about it, the madder I got. And then I kind of went nuclear. Once you take it to a certain level, it's kind of hard to reel it back in. And
It is what it is. And I did the show. I did the Juju the Cow show. Yeah, I did a whole set on that for about 6 hours straight. Then I went to rehab, and I've talked about it a couple times. Of course, I had to talk about it with Jesse because I went on his show that Monday. And then that Tuesday, I had a dinner with some people. And then that Wednesday, I did just a whole show on Masterson. Then Thursday, I went to rehab. So, I needed that. I needed that.
You're
break.
the Milo Jesse PS camp.
Yeah, that was one of the things that kind of
anti Alex Stein, Dick Masterson camp. Like,
yeah, well, I'm anti Stein for sure. I'm Masterson. I would say, yeah. I mean, we're not on good terms. I wouldn't say. It's still though. I don't know. It doesn't feel good, right? You know, we were good friends, and so it is what it is. I've said what I said.
Falling out never.
I'm not really.
Are good.
Yeah, I'm not really trying to further it. You know, who knows? A lot of our mutual friends want to see us be friends again. Then some of my supporters absolutely hate him, and so I don't know. But I haven't really. I've said my piece on it. I haven't seen him trying to fuck with me or anything. So I imagine he would probably just ignore me, or I'd ignore him, or both at the actual event.
Hell yeah. Christy Webster, $50. Thank you very much. Good to have you back, Ethan. Take care of yourself and give them hell.
Thank you so much, Christy. I appreciate that. And yeah, I needed that for my health, and just also I just kind of needed a break from all this. Like I said, that was a really stressful week, and feeling a lot better now. I'm trying to do as many shows as possible. Of course, I have my own show too, but trying to cross over on shows and get out there. I'm working on a book that Sven Stoffels is going to do some illustrations for. So
yeah, Sven's a good egg, and it's unfortunate that his YouTube channel got nailed recently.
I know. It was the same night that I talked to him. As a matter of fact, right after that, he did a show, and it was, I was sad to see that. And also have to, I don't have to, but I told him I was going to write a review of Butch Killigan, so I'm going to get on that pretty soon. Hopefully this weekend is the hope. And then I also have a new voice actress that I'm gonna have dinner with her tomorrow night, and hopefully she knows nothing of the Sektur, but she's bilingual and speaks probably better English than I do, actually. And so I'm thinking about
trying to speak the language of love as well.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, she is 20. That is in my usual bracket there, to be honest. Right. But no, it was just business as far as that goes. She's very pretty, though. Yeah.
What she offers. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Well, again, she's very attractive, but she does art and voice. She wants to be a voice actress too. And she does graphic art and stuff. So I want some new title cards. So I'm gonna have her do that, but and that'll probably take a minute though, I'm assuming. But what I had an idea for her breeding. She doesn't know any of these people. She knows me, and that's it, right? And so I had an idea, and her voice is what they call kawaii, right? Is the term, the Japanese cute, right? Is the term in Japanese. That whole kawaii culture. I'm thinking her doing some script read-throughs, and my script would be a brutal takedown of so-and-so, probably starting with Imholte if I had to guess, and then having her do the read-through rather than me. For some reason, I think that would be hilarious, and maybe even have her add a couple graphics if she has time. So I don't know. I'm going to have a dinner with her tomorrow in one of the nicest restaurants in the city. Total coincidence, of course, that I'm taking her there. But yeah. It should be fun. I'm looking forward to working with her on some stuff, and I don't know, just trying to get back out. It takes a while, you know. I had some missteps, of course, and just now kind of coming out of a not that there weren't some good periods during those 2 years, but kind of a slumber here a little bit, and feeling good about it. So when you reached out to have me on, I was ready to go, and glad you had me here.
No, that's good stuff, man. Glad to hear you got the sobriety rolling. I'm a big fan of sobriety. I had to take a break. I'm California sober now, but yeah, I was sober for many years there, plus years. So did the thing myself. So good job on you, man. But
Congrats to you,
so
man. Yeah.
appreciate it. Yeah, Melton covered Aaron pretty hard for a long time there. I'm sure you're very aware of all that.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, what? How do you think you could cover him, or what like strategy would you have that would be different from what Melton's been doing? Or
I mean,
like Podawful fucked with him here more recently.
Yeah, I'm not. So, what do I call myself? The dirtiest ape in the zoo. I said everything was fair game, and they tried to poke me with that. But you know, for me, I mean, illegalities, of course, no. But anything else for me is on the table as far as Imholte goes, and you know, we'll see. If I had any secret plan, I wouldn't reveal it Bond villain style here on air anyway. But
like even his Google Drive thing, you know, Melton pulled that one out of his back pocket. It was like, oh yeah, we got his Google Drive account, and Aaron bit fucking up. He bites hard on a lot of the stuff.
He's
anyway.
a fucking idiot. Oh yeah, all of a sudden Melton and Ricada are gonna get arrested. Yeah, I'm still holding my breath on that fucking retarded ass. It was obviously a troll the whole time, and then you have him buying into it, Kiwi Farms buying into it. I'm like, these people are stupid. Like, okay. So
yeah, so I mean, whatever. Aaron kind of has. They seem to be friendly to him, Josh Moon and Kiwi Farms.
Yeah, no.
But I mean, obviously, that could turn and bite him in the ass.
It's going to turn. That's the thing. Guess what? They used to be very friendly to me. They used to be very friendly to Ricada. They used to be very friendly to Dick Masterson. They're always friendly until they're not friendly, and it's guaranteed to happen. I promise you to God, it will happen. And so if he's counting on that, he's stupider than I thought, because that's how they do. As soon as you don't toe their line or do something they don't like or whatever, they're going to turn on you so quick. And that's why basing your audience on like pleasing Kiwi Farms is fool's gold. And so many people have found out the hard way, and I fully expect him to find out the hard way too. And I saw somebody said, Ralph will hold no punches. Yeah, I'm not known for pulling punches. And so I don't know. We'll see. You know, it's hard to fully destroy somebody altogether, but I have done it before, and he really, I don't know. He seemed to react very poorly to my pressure, and so I'm excited about it for the rest of the year. And of course, I have a lot of different projects going on too, but you know, he
one of your projects. Yeah,
yes,
sure.
Yes, he's right near the top of the list. And like I said, you know, keeping me from seeing my son on some shit that everybody else was doing, and you know, it was just totally petty. And to think that was funny, it's like, okay, well, you know, I have a pretty strange sense of humor sometimes too. So you know, it might be funny if all of a sudden he couldn't see his kids for some of the shit he's doing. You know what I mean? And so that's the type of level of shit I'm on. I don't give a fuck. And so he can burn in hell for all I care.
No, that's that's another sick thing about Aaron is like he's happy to use his friends, family, like his cohorts and associates as fodder or like bait. You know what I mean? Like he's more than like he did a karaoke video with his daughter like right after Ricada lost his kids, and it was kind of like
I saw that, man.
But like, why would you ever put your kid in the middle of things? Like the second he did that, it was like, all right, well now she's what? She's people can go after her. Is that what you want? Like that's the kind of guy he is. He's willing to use his friends and family as bait. It's fucked up.
Yeah, well, I'm the kind of guy. I'm not going after any kids or anything, but yeah, sure would be a shame if he had some type of restriction where he couldn't see his kids for a while, based on some of the shit he's doing. And that's the type of level I'm on. I don't give a fuck. Fuck this guy. He's a prick. He's a liar. He's a snitch, and he's not funny, which may be the worst thing of all.
Yeah, he really is a goober. A lot of people say like, oh yeah, he's interesting. He is in some ways like interesting, but he's such a bitch, dude. When I first met him, I had him on the show and I was like, all right, this guy's whatever. He does a radio show like Anthony, or that's my first impression of him. But the more I found out about him, the more I watched him, I just realized he's a total fucking nerd goober. He doesn't get anything.
He's a cry bully.
Yes.
That's what he is. That's what he is. He does all this shit to all these people, and then oh my god, oh they're calling the gym. Oh somebody said something about my daughter. Okay, well you know what? You got in with some motherfuckers who are mean and poked them, and you had so many chances to de-escalate. And by the way, I've been there before myself, but you know I'm a lot tougher than Aaron Imholte, and a lot of people have went after me trying to sink me for years, and it's never happened. And I still, you know, I look at his little petty ass. I still get a lot of support. I make more money than Aaron Imholte, period. And it wouldn't matter if he had 2,000 viewers, because, you know, I see him and the way he begs, it's just offensive to me as well. You know, I have a goal,
well, and then
he
misses his goals. Well, he'll miss his goals, and then he'll like change his tune. Like I seen you're like on a 170-day streak, which is fucking amazing. But yeah, he'll be like, he'll miss 2 days during a week, and at the end of the week be like, we hit every goal this week, and like he's so full of shit.
We did straight lies, and again, I'm sure my streak will end, you know, one day. But like,
yeah, of course.
Okay, and then I'll just go back the next
You're
day
not gonna lie
and
about it.
No, it's like I don't understand. And then also he takes the fee. I don't know if you saw the Ryan Harkness song that he did. It's so fucking funny, but he takes the like processing fee out
30% out. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never heard of anybody doing that. And I mean, obviously, okay. If you're going by the exact number, yeah, they do take a processing fee, but like what kind of fucking tribal, I'll say, type stuff is that? Like, what in the world? I've never even heard of that. When I was told that, I couldn't even believe it. I'm like, he actually subtracts the like PayPal fees and YouTube fees out of what people send. I mean, they're still getting charged the same amount of money. I don't know. It's crazy to me.
No, like a bunch of people have pointed this out. Like here, you know, you send someone $50 and they say, yeah, thanks for the $50. We get $30 of that. So thanks a lot. It's like, yeah, wow. How grateful could you be? Jesus Christ. Dude, that's the weirdest thing to point out.
Right. And that's the difference between saying, hey, maybe you could use this one. We get a little bit more here. If not, I don't really ever promote. There are ones I make more money off of than others for sure. And if somebody asks me directly, I'll tell them and say, hey, you know, this is this, and this is the best. You really want me to get the most of it. But I don't promote one over the other, because some people like what they like. They trust one place over another, or they like it to pop up in chat or whatever, you know. So I try not to get into that. And if I'm asked directly, I will. But also, you know, I'll mention the goal at the top of the show, and then maybe every hour or hour and a half or whatever, I might bring it up. This guy, you know, half of his show is literally just begging for the goal. Like,
right.
That's not appealing
He's got
to me.
goals and stories, and all of his stories are just shit that you would see on Fox News anyway. So it's like pointless. I really don't get his takes. Why would you want his takes on what's going on in the world? It boggles my mind.
Well, that's the other thing. I'm not trying to brag, but I have a political science degree. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to politics and all this stuff.
You also dig into stuff that's
sure
outside the mainstream.
Yeah, I cover the drama. So it's politics. Yeah, politics, drama, news. Like, I mean, that's really what it is, right? And debates every once in a while. I've hosted probably about 150 debates. I don't even know at this point. And so, what is this guy?
That's what I want to show tonight. Later, maybe when you take off, we're gonna run down and show like the Gavin McInnes versus the Destiny debates, which is hilarious because he called him getting cucked out by his lady before it happened. It was fucking insane.
I saw those. Yeah.
It's pretty good stuff. Sam V, $2. Ethan, you seem cool. Please join Discord.gg.
Is the Discord? Are they talking about your Discord?
It's not my Discord. I have my own Discord, but I hang out probably in this Discord more than any other. So there you go.
What is it? Discord.gg/what?
Spurgtopia.
Okay. Yeah, I'll join. I'm not on Discord a ton, but yeah.
Yeah, we hang out in BC there and bullshit and whatever. Steve C. Ethan's a good egg. This gigger nets it.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't take a break. I mean, there are some people I could tell you're just messing around with me, honestly, right? Some people it won't let me. It says unable to accept invite. You can send me maybe an invite later.
Yeah, absolutely. I will.
But yeah, I can tell the difference. Somebody just messing around. And
Numero uno, Josh Denny fan. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, I know him. Yeah.
yeah. He hangs out in the. He's a steel toe guy. Also, mostly there to half-ass mess with him, whatnot.
What's my proof? He went on air and said it, and then 2 months later, when they put out the nationwide warrant, he said he didn't say that. Now, am I going to go dig through the September? It's in September 2024. If you want to find it. And maybe I will be motivated enough this weekend to look for it. But he flat out on air said a certain fat streamer or whatever. By the way, I'm 178 pounds. I lost 100 pounds. He can eat a dick.
Good, man.
Second thing, thank you. Second thing, he flat out said that me and my lawyer made sure the judge and the prosecutor knew who it was, and they weren't happy about it. Now, if that ain't snitching, I don't know what is. And so, yes, he said that on air, and then he tried to retcon it later on, like he always tries to fucking do. So, fuck him. There's my proof. Am I going to go dig through all of his shit? I could probably find it fairly easily because I think it was the day after or the, show after his court appearance or one of the ones like right after that. He says it on air. So that's how I know.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I remember that happening. Definitely saw it.
And he said, play the clip, never happened. You know what? Give me some money and I'll go find it. It's not worth my time, quite frankly. I know what the fuck he said. And he gave me some money last night. Numero uno, Josh Denny fan or whatever. I'm not even trying to trash the guy, but like, I heard it with my own fucking ears, and I don't have to find a clip for you. You go find it.
Yeah, so it wasn't someone challenging you about the fact that, I think Gino and Keanu were kind of challenging you on the fact that he was a snitch. And it's like, we all know that he snitched on Ricada, dude. Like, that's not even a question mark. It blew my mind when he went
on air and literally says he's a proud snitch. He literally said, my lawyer and I made sure the prosecutor and the judge knew who it was that broadcast the hearing. And it's like, what else do you call that except snitching? Yeah.
It kind of blew my mind.
Well, they wouldn't have even known it was broadcast. Like, you know what I mean? The court wouldn't have even known. He had to be the snitch. It had to be his team. There's no other way because anyway, and he said it on air, swore hand to God. And so, I don't need to prove it. To
I remember it happening. I remember hearing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
we could look through the transcripts and maybe just do like a word search, see if we could figure it out.
I might do it. But you know what? If I find the clip, you know what? How about this, numero uno, Josh Denny fan? I pull up the clip. You owe me $100.
There you go. Now we're cooking, dude.
Now you'll give me some motivation because I got a lot of other shit to do, like take this artiste out tomorrow night and talk business and mix it maybe with a pleasurable dinner.
And also, numero uno, Josh Denny fan. Why don't you put these in super chat for me, cheap motherfucker?
I have no problem with this guy, by the way.
I don't.
And no, you're absolutely right. Yeah, they would do it, but it wasn't them, though. That's what I'm saying. He literally said this on air. I heard it with my own ears. I was not fucked up at that time. I wasn't drunk. I wasn't on anything. And I definitely 100,000%. And he's like, and boy, they weren't happy either. Well, Aaron 100% said that. That's what I'm saying. I don't have to make this up, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
He has watched like every episode of Steel Toe ever. So, and I depend on him when he's in my chat. And he gives me info sometimes, and I definitely take his word for it. So there you go.
Yeah, he said it weeks. He said it in September. Then they subpoenaed Twitter because I took the video down on Rumble, but it was still up on Twitter, and I didn't even know. I knew, but I just forgot. And they subpoenaed Twitter to get the video. Now, he tried to say they got my DMs. It wasn't. It was just the video itself. And so that I didn't even see that they had subpoenaed that until they had already gotten it, basically. Because it was like I used an old email account for my main Twitter. Anyway, so then a detective messaged me and was like, hey, you want to talk about this? I said, I don't talk to police. And then the next day they put out a nationwide warrant. Now, looking back, I probably could have just talk to him, honestly, and maybe not even had that happen. But I don't talk to the fucking police. That's how I was raised. Unless somebody like has a gun in my head or like about to kill my child or something, I have to absolutely call the police or something like that. I don't interact with the police unless I absolutely have to. That's how I was raised. My daddy taught me when I was 4 years old, don't ever let a fucking cop in your house unless he has a search warrant. Ever. Don't ever let a cop in this house unless he has one. Don't trust the police. They're not your fucking friends. They never will be. That's how I was brought up. And if you believe anything else, yeah, if you believe anything else, you're a fool. So, and that's not to mean, are there good cops? Some I assume are good people, like Trump said about the immigrants, but and I know a couple are, because I know a couple personally in my life that have been, but there's that blue wall. And when it comes down to it, they're all about arresting people. They're all about making you think they're your friends, and they're all about protecting their own ass. And also my dad said, the biggest gang in town is the police every fucking time. And so don't let them fool you and make you think otherwise. That's the biggest gang in town, the police.
That's a fact. Yeah, speaking that's the other thing, like just like methods to go after, like people have gone after Aaron before to get, obviously not just to get back at him, but he does illegal shit too. Like he's had the attorney general contacted for doing his fake ass lottery thing that he was trying to pull. And then, of course he's always doing the, I call it not gift certificates, they're grift for certificates.
Yeah, who the fuck wants to go to Stonies, by the way? Like, that's the other thing. Like,
how many people on YouTube can?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, he's broadcasting, I guess, to like some local thugs, but also, how does that work? A $20 contribution gets you $50 at Sony's. I guess Melton said,
fuck.
Yeah, it does. And then also Melton said most people don't even redeem it, so Sony's doesn't even care. But like,
of course.
How does that even work? What's going on? There has to be some type of catch, because like I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. Because he has Sony down at the bottom of his screen or something. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah.
Of course, there's a catch. No one will ever use them. So Stoney, I'm sure, loves handing out gift certificates to a bunch of people that'll never ever use them for $20 a pop. It almost sounds like not like laundering, but it does. It's definitely a scam, man. To do that, to sell $50 certificates for $50.
Said you got to learn to lie to the police when you need to. Don't talk to the police, and definitely don't start lying to them. Now, technically, it's not illegal to lie to the police. It's illegal to file a false police report. It is illegal to lie to the FBI, and Martha Stewart and many other people got put in prison for that. So you can't lie to the FBI ever. Police, it's just filing a false police report is what the crime is. But the reason you don't lie to them, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. So no, just don't talk to the police. On that occasion, could I maybe have talked myself out of it? Maybe, but that's just not how I was brought up. I'm not a snitch like Aaron, and I just don't like contact with the police and the courts if I can avoid it, and I haven't always been able to, for sure. But yeah, that's what happened. And he said so. And the warrant was issued, I don't know, a couple days after the election. He was September gloating about how he had put the police on my trail. And so, anything, I mean, I ain't going to wish, him the ultimate punishment, but anything short of that, I wouldn't give a fuck what happened to this guy. And honestly, I wouldn't lose any sleep over that either. So,
yeah. Yeah, whatever. I mean, yeah, you don't know that guy.
If I woke up tomorrow, especially and not I was your feelings, reading, for sure. If I woke up tomorrow and the first thing on my Twitter feed was Aaron's obituary, I wouldn't give a fuck. And that's just the God's honest truth.
And so the other thing he does, like the Midland Armory. So he's got all these local fucking people that he does ad reads for, which is insane. They're local places, and they would actually give him money to do that. But secondly, there's a bunch of illegal stuff. He's doing the Midland Armory ad reads on air, and it's illegal as fuck to talk about ammo and guns and all that. Like how many
on YouTube? I know the way he's doing it. Yeah.
There's a ton of him doing exactly that. Talking about ammo and guns. He at one point.
Please don't report his channel. Don't do that. By the way. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm against reporting channels and whatnot.
Me too. I'm totally against getting his channel shut down on YouTube for blatantly breaking the rules. Definitely do not. First thing you do after you get done watching this show, definitely do not go and look up the YouTube report page and report him for violating their policies. I am 100% against that.
That would be horrible.
What a tragedy that would be.
Awful.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I know you got Chad Zumach. There's another person that's gone after Steel Toe pretty hard. I don't know if you're aware of Chad Zumach.
A little bit, but I saw Mercy said, I saw him lose his shit against Zumach, and it's like, if you can't handle Zumach, you ain't gonna be able to handle some of these other guys. Like, what are you even doing trying to pick fights with these people? And he shouldn't. He should have just not fucked me on that exclusive, and wouldn't have been no big deal. I would have gave him. I won't say an easy ride, but I don't really like. I've done so many interviews. I kind of have the Larry King style. Like, I don't really get confrontational during an interview, right? If you've seen some of my interviews, like, I like to let the guests talk. Ask good questions, hopefully, and then play off what they say, right? And then base my next question on what they said. It's the Larry King style, basically.
Seattle, hello.
Yeah. See, I got that reference. I've watched a ton of Larry King, but Larry King was famous. He didn't have to know and often didn't know anything about his guests, right? And you don't. I've said this before, but you don't actually have to know anything about your guests to do a good interview. And sometimes it's even better if you don't. Now, I typically know a decent bit about the guest, but you still, hey, what's your name? How'd you get here? And what got you into all this? That's a typical opening question. And then, they'll usually give you some of their background there. Then you play off that. You have a few questions you want to ask. And before you know it, you have 60, 90 minutes in the can, right? And then depending on the banter, I thought the interview I did with Keanu and Gino the other night, that was good stuff, right? So
Agreed.
I don't know.
Agreed.
I just feel like he doesn't even have that skill. Yeah.
I thought it was kind of funny because you did bring up the revenge porn thing, and I know that Keanu has said that before, that people have revenge porned her by sharing her pretty much like her OnlyFans pics. They're on the internet. That's not illegal to like share. Yeah, but I have heard her in the past say that that's revenge porn. That
I've heard her say, "Look, I'm not gonna get. I'm being friendly with those guys. I'm not gonna get into.
No, I'm friends with both of them. They don't
my
give a
exact
fuck.
Thoughts on
I'm
that,
friends with Gino. Same. I'm friends with Pat too. Like, whatever, it's all good.
Pat pissed me off. I don't want to get into that. If you saw the interview the other night, you already know. But I used to be really good friends with Pat Dixon, but I'll just leave it there. I'm not anymore. I mean, I don't want to see anything bad happen to him though, like I do with Imholte, but.
Yeah, I try to stay friendly with all those folks. I was a big fan of Compound Media, so I pretty much respect and like most of the people that have ever worked in that place, honestly. So there.
Somebody said Ralph got 3 stripes. He is Adidas. This is Adidas, the Mexico soccer kit, actually, that I have on. Yes, you are correct.
I wear lots of 3-stripe myself, man. Hell yeah. So back to Chad Zumach. I mean, like you said, Chad really laid off of those guys. He was going at him pretty hard there for a bit, but April did not like any of the negative attention she was getting from, at least Aaron used her as an excuse of why he backed off of Chad Zumach. But he did, Chad was reaching out to Ashley LaRue. She sells books.
Yeah, she's a children's author. Yeah.
So, and he contacted her. He was trying to help her sell books. So, like, he did have a strategy for really fucking with Aaron. And I know that stuff really bugged him. But in the end, Chad Zumach kind of backed off and laid off of him. So he gave him, he was nice. I think he went patty cakes on him. I have seen Chad can be nasty, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I can be too. I'm not planning on any patty cakes. If he, you know what? There is no way to call me off. I don't give a fuck. I was about to say, if he came out and publicly apologized, you can't take back taking my Christmas that I was going to have with my son. Fuck you, bitch. Like, I mean,
that's absolutely right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely. That's your fucking child. You
And
can
then
never
laughing
have
about
that
it.
back.
yeah, laughing about it. It's like, okay. And by the way, if you know the whole history there, you know I had to fight hard to see my son in the first place. And I have a whole other situation on the other side of the country that I can't even talk about that eventually there'll be a fight there too. And so that type of shit really fucks with me. And I wouldn't do that to anybody, keep them from their children. Although, like I said, with Imholte, I feel like he opened that door. You know what I mean? Or it's like, I don't care if he goes to jail and can't see his kids. Fuck him. You know, because he didn't care if that happened to me, and he thought it was the funniest shit in the world. Well, you know, like I said, I can have a dark sense of humor too. And, you know, I know it might sound a little unhinged, but it's fucked, man. Who the fuck does that? And I've done some really fucked up things to people too, right? But like, I don't know. I just thought it was low down, and there's really no way to make up for that. So
yeah, agreed, man. That's a tough one. Yeah, when it comes to fucking with your kids and stuff, that's not
laundry room.
No bueno.
Says they say 30% of fathers are not the real fathers. Well, I had a DNA test on mine. It was 99.9%. So yeah, I am the father. So I'm not worried about that. I think he's some Kiwi Farms guy or something. Yeah, I see you pulled it up. Yeah. Yeah, well, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt the situation in my cases here. So anyway, I won't go into that. Like I said, there was I fought to see my son. I didn't need that test anyway, but it was like required. You know what I mean? They were making me jump through hoops, right? Just to, you know, and they were fucking with me, right? And it's fine now. I'm not trying to start any more shit with them, but that was one of the things where everybody knew the deal anyway, and they're just making me. I had to pay for the test and jump through all these hoops. And it's like, okay, so I'm already fighting tooth and nail to see him, and I'm flying from Mexico and all this shit. Fuck Aaron Imholte, I guess, is the shorter version of all that. So
yeah, I got a lot of respect. You were saying your story the other day. I heard that as far as, you know, a lot of people around you were just saying, "Hey, give up! Don't try to go after and being your dad to your kid." And you're
post
like,
those results. Post these nuts in your mouth, motherfucker. Why don't you do that? It's been acknowledged publicly. What the fuck are you talking? It's public record. Why don't you suck my dick, motherfucker? Why don't you do that? Why don't you show your kids? Are you too busy molesting them? These people. Post those results. Post yourself on a fucking ceiling beam. Anyway, I'll leave it there because I'm remembering that I'm on YouTube.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate
it. Yeah.
I like where you were going with that.
Talking to you, laundry room? Yeah, I'm talking to you, motherfucker. That's exactly who I'm fucking talking to. Anyway, yeah. Do I need to make it clear? Yeah, I'm talking to you, bitch. That's exactly who I'm fucking talking to, cocksucker. You. And be glad we're on YouTube, because I had to remind myself. I really did catch myself there. I was about to say a few different things. Yeah, big tough guy. Yeah, that's right, motherfucker. Yeah, articulate John. Yeah, I'm sure you really seem very articulate, by the way, sir. I have to say, you're just blowing my world with your retorts there in chat. Free chat reader, that's right, because you're scum. I like making fun of scumbag losers like you. Yeah, I do that for a living. I get paid very well for it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're not paying anything, but it doesn't matter to me. I do that on my own show all the fucking time, and just did it today for about an hour. So yeah, and made money off of it. You don't have to pay me money. I make money off you. That's the thing. They don't get it. You do it for free. I don't. That's the difference. And there's a reason you do it for free, because you don't have any fucking talent. That's why. So yeah. Anyway,
maybe if you go to HackMania, that's what you can do. Crowd work. Fuck it. Boom. Roast them all. That's
you
your 5 minutes.
It doesn't take much to like anyway. Plus, yeah, it's fun. I mean, this is what I do for a living. Like, I don't give a shit. I won't even think of that guy. I'm about to slog off and go eat some delicious Mexican food is what I'm about to do. So yeah, I wanted to get a couple burns in there because he's been talking crazy the whole night.
Yeah. That's how he is. Yeah, speaking of cocksuckers, Destiny, and what do you think about this whole Destiny sucking? I mean, here's another personality type, right? Just like Aaron Destiny, both cucks and cocksuckers, allegedly. But yeah, I don't.
By the way, I just got a
I see
super
a lot
chat
of
right there.
similarities.
Shout out Clouded Trigger. First off, yeah, I know you do this for free, Laundry Room. I said that. I've made what? I don't know, over $300 today off talking shit into this microphone and that camera. I realize you do it for free. That's not something in your favor. That means you're an absolute fucking loser. That's what that means. You do this for free. I do this for money. Now, these guys do it for mine too. They're getting super chats, but this ain't my show. I did this appearance for free. Like I'll say whatever the fuck I want within reason. I don't want to get them in trouble on their channel. But yeah, I pay attention. See, I'm not Imholte. Yeah, you're right. I talk shit to anybody who's talking shit in the chat. I don't give a fuck if it's super chat or not. Thank you. I just got a 5 spot. Yeah, welcome to the Killstream, bitch, is what that $5 right there said. So yeah, I take the free. I take the freeloaders like yourself and monetize them. That's what I do. So yeah, you're right. You do it for free. You said it. You said it best. I don't. But yeah, man, it's been a pleasure. Oh, real quick, you want any? You were gonna ask about Destiny, real quick, I think.
Yeah. No, I just I did think it was interesting that that whole Destiny thing came out, but he does kind of have a little bit of similarities to Aaron as far as being a cum drinker. And did you have any thoughts on Nick Fuentes in the Destiny thing? Do you think that there's any reality to that?
No, I don't believe that. That was total bullshit. I don't believe that at all. But Destiny, complete moron for that stream yesterday. It's probably going to cost him an extra $500,000 or more. And so I don't know what he was thinking. He should have settled this. He could have settled this for low 6 figures if he would have just slid a check over, had one of his people do it, not him. He shouldn't have talked to her directly. He should have had, $150K, sign this NDA. Let's just get it over with. He's got that type of money too. And now he's looking at multi-million-dollar lawsuit, and he set himself on fire yesterday. I don't know, man. He's been on my show 30 times.
Like, what was it? 3.2 mil?
3.2 mil, and then some people have interpreted it as even more. Plus, but that's just minimum. The punitive damages, I think they're unlimited in Florida. Like, it could be, I don't know. I'd still be looking for a settlement if I was him. Let's just put it that way. But we'll see. And I appreciate you putting my stuff there on the screen. It was a pleasure. I'll have to come back sometime. I had fun.
Hell yeah, brother. I appreciate you coming on. We enjoyed the hell out of it. At least I did. I can't speak for these guys, but
we were
I hope you guys did.
You have an intensity about you that is it woke me up. Let's put it out.
Well, thank you. That's what I want. I try to bring a little fire here, especially at the end. I felt like I wasn't fiery enough. I wanted to light it up a little bit there at the end. But you guys have a good night. Tell Wil Herren we used to be friends. We had a bit of a falling out too, but tell him I said what's up, and I hope he's doing well. And
hell yeah, man. He's a little bit of an Aaron ball washer, but we'll smack him around tonight and give him a bad time.
I noticed that, but I hope he's doing well.
Well, no, Aaron might be turning his back on Wil. Like I said,
what?
Aaron's been shutting down his DMs and shutting down like his chat and stuff because he doesn't want any. You know how he does that here and there. He goes through like moments where he does that. He'll just shut down everything, and he's being a little bitch right now. So he kind of turned on Wil Herren yesterday, and I clipped it, and that's why I asked him to come on. I was like, I'm starting to see the fireworks starting to point in your direction there, Wil. Look, you should pop on and talk about it.
Yeah, you know what? And I'm gonna go get some to eat, but I'll pause it and I'll come back and watch that later. But numero uno, Josh Denny fan, it didn't get clipped. That's the thing. It's probably on one of the copies of my stream where I went through it and saw it. One of the copies of the kill stream, but it didn't get clipped because until recently, almost all the clippers were on Team Aaron and running defense for him and trying to frame it all up as, Bricado's the worst guy ever and all this and that. And so until recently, there weren't too many negative Aaron Imholte clips being posted anywhere.
And they probably saw you as an outsider trying to come into the, you know what I mean? Like that was another aspect of it too, because you were, you saw what was going on. You tried to jump in, and not everyone likes that kind of a thing. Like
outsiders. Yeah, but Bricado was my guy. Like, what the fuck? Rekieta helped make the Killstream back in the day. Of course, we had a couple year feud too, but like, fuck Aaron Imholte. Rekieta, man, his record compared to his not even close. I won't get into all that, but yeah, Imholte. Call me when you make what was it, $2 million off of fucking Johnny Depp trial or whatever. Rekieta made. So, and of course he struck gold.
Yep.
Yeah, he struck gold in a lot of ways, but it is what it is. His record blows yours out of the water, and instead you eat his cum out of April's pussy. So that's the standing you two have. So anyway, it was a pleasure tonight, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Hey,
Adios.
Ethan, you be good, man.
Adios, amigo.
You guys be good too.
Via con Dios. That's right.
Later on, bros.
All right, later. That's right, everybody. Go follow Ethan Ralph right there. Is his Twitter. You can find him at, and of course, he's Killstream Live on Rumble. Good stuff. I've been watching. I didn't really get a chance to ask him about Cozy TV, but I used to watch him on Cozy TV. Of course, you can see Nick Fuentes. Alex Jones is the main reason I started watching that stuff. So when people say I'm based, that ain't a fucking lie. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Cozy TV.
No,
Never seen it.
No. All right. Yeah, I mean it's a .com you got to look up, and I don't know. You guys probably don't do that kind of shit. Do you guys?
Come on now. Come on. We had a .com to get here.
All right.
I have a crank over in the corner, and I turn it, and the lights come on. And
hello, is anyone home?
hello,
Sonny boy. Gay guitar guy, $10. Thank you, sir. Backflip. You guys got to do backflips.
I'm going to do one tonight.
Well, I mean, I gotta walk again before I can do a backflip.
Yeah, that's
we're
true.
working on that. We'll be walking before HackMania. That's
right. Not called the backflip there, Ingwe. That's called the somersault that you're gonna do.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'll just do it backwards.
Yeah.
Somersault. It's not summertime. How can you do a somersault or something?
Do one of them winter salts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. You don't know what you just said, Yingwei.
I don't.
BYB is so base it's unreal. That is true. True. Indeed. Cozy TV, buddy. I'm all about that AFPAC crew over there. I never believed for a second that Nick Fuentes, it doesn't even matter what he is. But Anthony Cumia, he goes and hangs out with those AFPAC people. He goes to their events and whatever with his lovely lady, Missy. I wonder, can you be on the radio and go hang out with the AFPAC crew? Is that how that works? Is that even a thing? Or would you get in trouble? You guys probably don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm talking Chinese to you right now, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know a word of
AFPAC,
Chinese.
Cozy TV. Alex Jones. Wow, what do you guys think about Sandy Hook? You got any opinions?
That was all fake.
The
kids did
just don't. You can't agree with Alex Jones. They'll come after you, motherfucker. They'll fucking sue you till you have nothing left.
It's okay to agree with Alex Jones again now that Trump is president, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
All right, never mind.
So
That's wrong. He's still crazy.
The juries still don't like that stuff. So
No.
I don't know. No differing opinions. You got to take the agreed upon think. What do they call that? Right think. Think. And they weren't talking about the right wing. They were just saying correct thinking.
Okay.
They talked about 1984, the book Ayn Rand. Ayn Rand. That is. Ayn Rand was right about everything.
I never liked the people who are right.
Oh, wait. That's Gino's thing. Did Gino steal that from Ayn Rand? Ayn Rand was right about everything. Gino says he stole it from her. Son of a bitch. No, we had to wait a few years to figure out that she was right about everything. Indeed. That's we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. We could talk about the Anthony Cumia stuff, but indeed, I saw Cash Patel. All right, we're gonna do one little tiny political thing, and then we're gonna move on very quickly. But
all right.
the politic thing I'm talking about is kind of mainstream on top of that. I'm sure you guys know that they're going to release all the JFK, MLK assassination files and whatnot. They're working on that. RFK.
When is that happening? Is that soon?
They're working on it, but they have to declassify everything before they can release it. So they just have to make sure that it's completely blotted out to the point where you can't read any of it. So we know that's what's going to happen. It'll get released, but it'll be so fucking edited that you won't be able to read what it's saying. I'm guessing. I don't know though.
Not everybody who was involved in that is dead now. So what difference?
Right? They could have done it 5 years ago when they were supposed to, or whatever. Indeed. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, back to that. The other files that I found interesting that they're going to possibly release are indeed the Epstein and Diddy files, folks. That's what we really, because only one of those people is dead. Epstein. He accidentally fell and snapped his neck with a paper sheets or whatever.
All the time.
This is more exciting than the Tampa Accord papers. I can't wait.
Yes, Tampa Accord, as we all remember. Even Quad was part of the Tampa papers. Tampa Accord. Accord. I don't like Hondas.
No.
Don't blame you.
With or without tampons, they're not good.
Yeah, tampon Accords. Exactly. That's what Felicia Gillespie just wrecked. Tampon right. Accord. I think it was actually an Accord. Yeah, I think it literally was a Honda. That's not even fucking a joke. We're working on jokes here. We're spitballing, folks. We'll figure it out. If nothing else, we'll give you shitty puns trying. Any
You'll get your money's worth, that's for sure.
Yes, and then we indeed will be having Wil Herren as soon as he's done with some basketball game. I can't really go check in on him and see what basketball game he's at because it's like a local fucking basketball game in somewhere in Louisiana. That's all I know. Somewhere in Louisiana. All right. I already got it pulled up, so all we got to do is play it.
For scaring bad guys.
Pam Bondi. Everybody knows old Pam Bondi. She got confirmed last week. But yeah. Kash Patel, I think he just got confirmed yesterday or today. Yesterday. So anyway, we're doing stories like the toe.
That's something Kash has talked about a lot, and you have when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein and the people who are predators in this country. They've been given a pass, and a lot of Americans think these guys have got a pass for a long time and maybe even are still being protected right now. Where are we at with the Jeffrey Epstein list, the documents? And Kash has made a lot of public statements about this. Where are we at?
I was briefed on that yesterday. I can't talk about that publicly, but President Trump has given a very strong directive, and that's going to be followed.
Wow. Okay. So
a lot of documents.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So people can expect actual movement on this. It's not just empty promises.
Oh, Donald Trump doesn't make empty promises.
Yeah, right.
I think promises made, promises kept, and that's why we're all there to carry out his directive about making America safe and prosperous.
Scaring bad guys is something Kash is talking.
Oh, safe and prosperous. Take that. I don't know. I like this Pam Bondi lady. She seems like a good egg. Yeah. What do you guys think? Are you excited to see the Epstein Diddy file? Yeah, she's hot too.
Yeah, she's quite cute. I'd like to see her and the communications secretary.
I thought you were going to say nude, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, nude in a room together.
I'd like to see her nude. Indeed, but yeah. So seeing Kash Patel being confirmed yesterday, I'm sure there's a whole lot of people in the government that are very nervous that he's going to be the FBI director.
I think he did it. I think he's in.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, no, that's what I've said 5 times. Good job paying attention, Yingwei.
Thank you, Yingwei.
You're all fucked.
I believe he's in.
Thank you, Yingwei.
I'm very excited for it. I do want to see. It's kind of funny. I don't know about you guys, but I was like 12 years old when that JFK movie came out with Oliver Stone in the early 90s, and it was like, man, I remember seeing the dates on there. Like, oh, these will be sealed and won't be released until blah blah blah, like early, the late 2020, and here we are. 2020 came and went, and they didn't declassify them, and it was like, motherfucker, you guys never do what you say you're gonna do, goddamn government. But here we are, 5 years later, boom, happening.
Trump was all set to declassify that in his last term, and then at the last minute he decided not to. I remember that.
They talked about him all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
They fucking got into his head.
I want to see MLK's file myself. That's what I want to read.
What do you want to read about?
Just how
untoward.
Yeah,
how untoward he was.
Very untoward behavior, old MLK did.
Yeah. Like the people that were there said that he did bad stuff to a white hooker that night and morning before that happened. So and that's from witnesses that were there, which is kind of wild. But yeah, he was definitely a swinger, man. Speaking of polycule fellows like Aaron Imholte, apparently MLK was just another one of them. A swinger.
But his smoke detectors worked. We know that much.
Did they?
There was none of that bullshit. Like a big Black's house, his smoke detectors did not beep.
Well, I mean, they beep now, right? He removed it, or no, he said it stopped beeping on its own. That's right. I remember now. Trump is just one of them. Do you think that's true, King of all diffs? I don't know. Yep, Trump is just one of them. I don't know. So you're saying that he's deep state? I can't confirm. I cannot confirm, nor can I deny, because I don't have the information. I always wonder that stuff myself. It's like, unless you know, you don't really ever know anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he possibly could be. He could be one of them. I don't know. I know you guys are Anthony Cumia fans. Is that what we should get into next? Or do you guys want to talk about Aaron? Or do you want to talk about, I mean, we can go any direction. We can even go get into the Destiny stuff. I don't know. What do you folks? Why don't you guys, maybe I should have asked in a poll question. Like, what do you guys want to watch? Anthony Cumia, Destiny, or Steel Toe?
K McDuck says, bring Ralph back.
Okay, that's not an option. So back to what I asked. Fucker. You throwing me for a loop. No opinions. All right. Come on. No more Aaron. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I do understand you guys' issue with that. And I know that they did this little piggy this morning. But I think we tried. Thank you, Yingwe.
Weren't you going to talk about Murph?
Huh?
I said, weren't you going to talk about Murph?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Destiny, Aaron, or Anthony? No, we did our merch update on Wednesday.
Okay.
With the towing truck, because he did get his car repoed, and apparently I think he may have got it back, but not without some serious issues. He had nothing but problems. But yeah, remember we had Uncle Jack on and we broke it down, baby.
Yeah. That was my bad.
That's how memorable Uncle Jack is, huh?
Well, I don't, or that's how bad my memory is. I don't think it's an Uncle Jack thing. I think
you should have blamed it on him. It's funnier if you do that. It's his fault. He sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, let's get Coach Scott on sometime. Absolutely. I'm kind of jealous that they have that. That is probably one of the funniest AI voice tips now. Is the Coach Scott, dude? The Baggy Monster was the one before that they came out with, and I didn't like it. I was not into the Baggy Monster, but then they came out with this Coach Scott guy and totally redeemed themselves.
The Baggy Monster was gay just because Blind Mike does it. Oh,
there you go. It's gay. It's a $3 bill. All right. So Anthony Cumia, he is now on the airwaves. WABC. Indeed. But yeah, so he had this is just on the 21st that he had a conversation with Sid Rosenberg about this whole thing. And I actually haven't even listened to this one. So it better not be a fucking dud, right?
In your neighborhood in South Carolina, since you moved there, the worst thing.
Oh, well, I heard a disturbance out in my driveway. I grabbed my SIG 9mm, and I went to open the back door to see what the noise was.
What was it?
It was a black bear that had tipped over my garbage pail. So I opened the door, and it was funny because I was recording it because I wanted to know what it was, and I wanted people to see if I had to dispatch somebody that it was on video.
Sure.
So I yelled my New York name right out. I opened the door. I go, "Get the F out of here!" Like that.
Now you don't have a wife or any children.
No, I got a steady girlfriend that I've had for many years now.
Steady.
Yeah,
She lives with you?
Steady.
Yeah.
Yes, I know who she is.
The blonde girl.
Yes, she's cute.
Yeah, she's younger than me.
Yes.
Prettier than me.
So she is with
Hard
you.
to believe. Yeah. We've been together.
Good.
And then they had Johnny Russo, who was on MLC today, and they were talking about, of course, Sid Rosenberg, and he wrote a book for Sid Rosenberg when it went nowhere. But Anthony Cumia's, it seems like it's selling pretty good. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with MLC, or I'm not supporting any shows that cream their pants over. Yes, Detroit, I agree. So Ricada, yeah, he's not the greatest guy. He's not a good egg, guys. Come on.
No.
He whatever.
I wish him well, though. I wish him well. Whatever he does, I hope he does well. I wish him well.
Yeah. Well, yeah, same here. And I might end up, it sounds like I'm gonna meet him at sounds like I get to meet the guy at HackMania, but indeed, I mean we're not in full support of Ricada. He's kind of an idiot, and just because of the lifestyle it was leading. For no other reason than that. So not a huge fan of the dude, and whatever. It is kind of weird to be using him to fuck with Aaron, but that's the business the Melton and everybody's in, so it makes sense. When you want to fuck with someone and troll them, yeah, you bring in the people he hates the most because it annoys them. Therefore, it is a well-deserved strategy for Aaron to be on the receiving end of. There you go. But yeah, Anthony Cumia moving down to South Carolina. Maybe he did that preemptively because now he's got a job back in New York City. Sounds like, who knows? I think mostly he's going to just be doing it from YouTube. And just I mean, whatever. It is kind of nice that it's the digital age, folks. I have fast forward. Yeah, and it's radio. So like you don't have to, you shouldn't have to. Howard Stern, he does his job from home. Why can't Anthony and Howard Stern both working from home, right?
I don't think it really matters anymore.
Double the name. Howard, Anthony.
Well, you got to say Anthony because that's the way you would say it about Italian. I can't quite say it. Howard, like a duck. No, Howard, like a Jewish fellow. Is he Jewish? I often wonder.
Howard.
Howard. Sorry, folks. These are not jokes. We're not doing tropes.
But with the name like Rosenberg, damn, something's gonna happen.
Something's rotten in Denmark.
Together for a while.
That's good.
Me and her dad get along nice. We're from the same school of thought and
Is that
age.
right? Yes. Is that true?
Thank God he's a little older than me.
But he's not a liberal. He's not.
No. He's a Trump guy.
Okay, good. So how many voices do you do though? Actually,
I don't even know because some of them are pretty obscure, and
like,
some of them are
Dice.
old.
Give me an obscure one.
Dice is the best.
Oh God, you're putting me on the
Give
spot.
me
now.
one. Come on.
I don't know.
What's your favorite?
Here's an old one. Mommy,
What's your favorite?
where are my
Yeah,
jelly
Reagan.
beans?
Love Reagan.
Remember the old Reagan?
That's
bits?
a great Reagan.
I mean,
that's a great Reagan.
We loved doing Reagan back in the day, but no one even knows. We were talking about how these, you had that beautiful young lady in yesterday. She didn't know who George Carlin was.
Dice.
She didn't know who Dice was.
Right.
So,
Reagan.
well, she'll know who Reagan.
She'll know Reagan.
Sure,
but you're doing Dice, right?
Yeah.
So if you were doing, like, for example, if Dice walked into a room and said hello to Reagan, he said hello back, what would that sound like?
Hey, Ronnie, how you been? How's it hanging? Well, Dice, it's hanging quite well, a bit to the left.
So that is really brilliant.
I mean, he fucking knocks them both out of the park, right? Like, if you're doing an imitation of either one of those dudes, you're doing an imitation of Anthony doing an imitation of Dice for sure.
Right.
I don't know about Reagan, but you
cock.
exactly big fucking tits, yeah. Good.
Not good, but brilliant. So you're doing Dice, and she's texting Lou. I swear to God, she goes,
Yeah.
who is this person, and who is he talking about?
Who is this person? yeah. She had no clue.
No idea. But people that have been listening to you for a long time know what a tremendous talent you are. You're a humble guy.
Sid.
You're amazing.
You've always been a great supporter of mine.
That's
I
true.
love that.
And one thing I do know is talent. I can tell.
Thanks.
And you were way before I was even decent in this business. You were a major star. So people want to hear you. I know the podcast is great. I've been on it. It's a great show. You're a great host. But they want to hear your voice on a New York radio station, a legendary New York radio station.
Yes.
Like WNEW was
right
not long ago. So you've now been on this show 2 consecutive days.
Mm-hmm.
You're in these studios in New York City.
I've taken the tour around the building. I've shaken some hands and met and spoken with a lot of people here at WABC.
And it wasn't like you just got lost on the way back to South Carolina. So you must be here for some reason.
There are discussions at very high levels.
Very high.
And we are seeing if we can somehow come to an agreement where the phoenix will rise from the ashes and Anthony Cumia might be back on New York broadcast radio airwaves here at WABC Radio.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Alan Snippet is already writing about it.
Alan Snippet! Oh, God, I haven't heard that name in years.
All right. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, very interesting stuff. And then, of course, this morning, February 21st, today, it looks like I'm the newest member of the WABC Talk Radio family. Details about show days and times to come next week. This will not affect my shows on Compound Censored at all. Looking very forward to my triumphant return to broadcast radio in New York City. Thanks to everyone at ABC Radio. Boom! I say boom. Boom.
Deal.
Yeah, are you guys excited to listen to some fucking Anthony on the radio? Because I know they got that iHeartRadio, which you can tune into any radio station in the country from wherever you are, and I will definitely be doing that.
Wow. I mean, what have they not seen him lately or heard him lately? I mean, there's got to be a risk factor there somewhere.
Oh, are you talking about the N-bombs and the
yeah.
Well, he can just be fired, I guess. Oh, the risk. Yeah, because they're going to pay him $600,000 a year on contract, right?
Right.
I bet he knows how to keep that under control.
He's a professional. When he was working with Patrice, he didn't call them N-bombs. Anyway, even at Compound Media, like he had a few black guys that would come on the show. I'm trying to think of who they are. Oh, Larry Baya. Who's that other black guy?
Jesse Peterson.
Jesse Peterson. He had a handful of black folks that would come on the show. I can't really think of any of them right now. Dave Temple, he came on there. God,
Gino's
if you
cocaine dealer.
Huh?
Gino's cocaine dealer.
Larry Bea. See, I knew who you were talking about. There you go. Yeah, no, Godfrey. Godfrey did not. Repeat, did not. He did say he was going to come in there with a bunch of folks one time. He was like, yeah, we all need to get together and just like bum rush that place and take over it. But yeah, that's
Bum rush.
he said that. And then Anthony's response to that was, yeah, go ahead and try. I just happen to be carrying a gun at all times, but you'll do fine with that, I'm sure. XYYD, Talib Starks, very good point, sir. Indeed, he was an employee there at Compound Censored with Safe Space. Worked with Pat Dixon for a long time there. That was actually some good stuff. Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell. Oh, Bryce Mitchell. He's that UFC fighter. Wait a minute. You guys are just trying to trick me now, aren't you? I think you guys are trying to play jokes on me. How dare you? You're not good eggs. You're not good eggs like Ray DeVito at all, sir. How dare you? Are you humming? Humming. Old people do a lot of humming, don't they?
And whistling, yeah.
Sorry, I always bring it back to that. I don't mean to make fun of your age, like as if you could make fun of my legs or whatever you want.
No, I got no problem with my age or your legs, so it's okay, man.
Yeah, of course you don't have any problem with my legs. They don't work. They don't do anything. They suck.
But they will soon.
They are. 2025 is the year, folks. It's the year. What? What is this? What are you talking about? Quad bot Kanye shirt. Oh, that shirt. Okay. That took me a second to catch on. I may or may not have bought one of the Yeezy shirts from the Super Bowl. I kind of like those shirts sometimes, if I'm feeling silly, if I'm at home and just feeling silly, I like to wear my swastika shirts. Jesus Christ, Articulate John.
Eva.
Yeah, no, I don't have jungle fever. Thank you, though. Thank you I appreciate that. I appreciate the references. Indeed. Yeah,
whoever gets jungle fever, you've got the shirt. About that.
He's got jungle fever. No, we never get jungle fever over here. This is not Tampa Bay.
Black guys running trains on my wife.
Calm down, Joey.
But yes, if you like that kind of content, then go check out the Joey C show because they definitely have lots of jungle fever over there, right, Honky? You could probably keep us up on that.
Oh man, it runs rampant over there at the Catalana Network. Yep,
running rampant, folks.
Rampant, just like animals do, man.
It's terrible.
What do you mean? Like fucking like rabbits? Is that what you're trying to say? Is that what I'm getting?
Just like animals do. That's all. I don't know. You can whatever animal reference you want to go to. That's fine, but
just not very smart rabbits. I think rabbits with like one of their ears all fucked up. Yeah, like
what? The Catalanos are like fucked up rabbits.
Dumb rabbits with one ear off.
Why would you say that?
What's
wrong with the Catalano folks? They got that monster guy who will probably eat babies at some point on the show. I'm guessing
they're missing chromosomes because Lou ate them.
Oh, I thought they had extra chromosomes.
Well, maybe Lou spit some back. I don't know. It's all
speaking of spitters, they got plenty of spitters over there too. If that's another thing you like, indeed. Yeah, Joey C knows how to drink his water. Keep up that water intake, folks.
He is hydrated.
He's more than hydrated, indeed. Yeah, Stage Wild, you're a golden egg from the Golden Goose.
Beautiful.
Yeah, don't get creepy. That's my job here, Yingwei. Hong, sorry.
All right,
Hey.
my bad.
I'm the creepy one. I get to be creepy.
What did I do? I'm just sitting here minding my own business.
Fabergé, no, you're in the chat. Apparently, that's what you're doing.
I was.
Yeah, I mean, you could always say it on a show. You could say, "Hey, you're like a Fabergé," but no, you could just chat it and not say anything.
Trying not to interrupt.
Yeah, because that's what you're supposed to do on a show is not interrupt. I know I talk a lot. I'm sorry, man.
You told us before the show, hey, when Ethan's on here, you two
shut the fuck up or I'll kill you. I think
when Ethan's on here, shut the fuck up. But after he's gone, talk a lot, please.
Yeah.
No, you guys got in some good.
Daquan's actually really right. Every egg is expensive at this point. I just bought a dozen eggs and they were fucking $6.09. I cannot believe that for fucking eggs.
At least they have eggs now. For a minute there, they didn't even have them, right?
Oh, really? That's.
I don't eat. There was a time when I was eating lots of eggs, but keto got boring. Let's just say that keto fucking sucks. Not eating. You know how hard it is to not eat sugar. It sucks. It's worse than quitting drugs and stuff. Before we, for sure. Before we go any further, welcome to the stage. So last time we had Roger Moore, was it? Roger Moore, he said something about curry and Packies.
Yes.
Now we have a different 007 from the original era. Welcome to the stage, Sean Connery, folks.
Yes. All Packies smell of shit.
That might be true. I don't actually. I see the tip of a head there. I saw.
Sean Connery came back from the dead to tell us that all Packies smell of shit. This is
well. Sometimes, if your lady talks back to you, you should.
Why don't you Packies
give her
something other than your fingers for a change?
That interview with Barbara Walters is the most amazing thing that ever happened.
Classic. And he still went on to work in Hollywood for another 30 plus years. God damn it. Bless his heart. Amen.
That's right. That's a real man that beats his lady. Wait a minute. We were not supposed to say that.
Sometimes he gets out of line. You got to smack her.
Sometimes you got to smack her. That's right. Or like Deacon Jones. Deacon Jones said that too. A similar thing. He was like, yeah, when you go up against the lineman, you got to go up their side of their head. And he's like, yeah, and if a lady gets, or lady, sometimes ladies too. Sometimes you got to go upside their heads. Indeed.
Good old Deacon. They don't make him like him no more.
No, he's the one that invented the term sack. Sacking the quarterback, like sacking a town in the old days. Sacking a castle, sacking a fort, sacking a quarterback. Of course, that makes perfect sense. Good on him. That's a good label. I'm curious if this coward chicken shit, Wil Herren, maybe I should text him and see where he's at. This SOB. We're going to have to go late just so he shows up. We're going to have to go till midnight. I don't care what you guys don't get to say anything about it either. You just have to show up.
Just shut up when Ethan's on here and just shut up.
Coming? How about that? Coming? Are you coming or what, you mofo? All right, we'll send him that. We're sending out links to everybody. Save me from these old fucking two old farts. Speaking of which, we're doing that tomorrow, right?
Yes, we are. By Jesus.
What time? We're doing 5:00 Western.
It'd be
Eastern.
5:05. 5:05 Western, so 8:05 Eastern.
Western. We love Westerns. But yeah, definitely everybody go check that out too. Let's do a little reprieve real quick and do that. Boom. Yeah, Hunk the Clown, right? Go check it out. 8 o'clock Eastern. Fucking A, man.
There it is.
We're going to get this Wil Herren guy in here, though. We're going to ask him questions of why Aaron Imholte is such a backstabbing cunt. Why is he going after the Clippers? Maybe we should play that. We'll do that after this. But we were definitely considered trolls, right, guys? Like a bunch of the people in Utopia, etc., are considered trolls for some unbeknownst reason. Unbeknownst to me, I have no idea. Yeah, why would you call us trolls? It's fucking rude.
Let's ask Doom.
Were you guys watching? Well, this goes in line with our Anthony Cumia topic here. But were you guys watching Nice Podcast Stupid with our homie Dan the Man and Deb the Reb, like Rebel. Boom.
Came on too late for me.
She comes on too late.
Too late. It was too late. I was asleep by then.
Never too late. Yeah, you already had your soup. You already went to
it had me an ice cream, bowl of ice cream, and it was nighty-night, boys.
Oh.
What do you put in that ice cream?
Well, I do enjoy the chocolate mint. So, yeah, anything green.
There you go.
Infused. Everything's THC infused now, right? Or like it's made of hemp. It's made of hemp, and you're all pothead. Losers. Losers. Yeah. It's your religion or something. All right. Let's go ahead and play this clip. This is from last night. Dan the Man. I don't know if you saw this, but Anthony Cumia actually showed up over there at the fucking show. It's insane what's happening out here, folks.
Doom, your reputation for B or whatever in New York.
WABC.
WABC.
DWAB, that was Opie, right, in Rochester.
That was
Carolina?
Yeah. You make a left.
To have his guns, and New York is last 70s and 80s. I mean, it wasn't immigrants in the hotel, the old Bronx is burning days, but it's pretty bad. And he wanted to get out of there. Add also the legal immigrants in the hotel.
Yeah, so they were just talking about why Anthony wanted to go down to South Carolina. I think if you lived in New York City, you would probably be able to figure that out very quickly, especially if you're Anthony Cumia, who just doesn't like the black ones, right, guys? As
the blacks.
Many times. The black ones. I mean, Frankie's not the only one that says
the
that.
The blacks.
Hotels and all that stuff. So he wanted to go to a conservative paradise where he could, maybe get ATVs, have a lot of land, and shoot guns in the backyard, burn trash in the fire pit, whatever the fuck he wants to do. So he picked it. I don't know how he picked Greenville. It is a great place. I have a friend that had moved there probably about the same time as him and says Greenville is awesome. It has been inviting me to go down there. So I hope I go down there, and I hope I can run into Missy and Anthony. I'll buy them some drinks or something.
Is this a fake Cumia in the chat?
No, I think it's actually the real Cumia. The fake Cumia is the Anthony Cumia that sends $2 supers to KB.
So this is the real. So
now I don't know about that either, because I've seen Anthony Cumia. I do believe I've seen him on Compound Censored say, I sent in a chat to Kevin yesterday, and it was also that Anthony Cumia account that sends in $2 at a pop. So actually, I think all of these accounts, of course, someone's going to make fake ones that look just like these ones now. It'll be up to the mods to make sure that everyone knows if they're real or not. But indeed, I think those two accounts are both real. And I've never made an Anthony Cumia account, FYI.
I know that wasn't the real Anthony Cumia in their chat.
It was.
Okay. Didn't you just say you thought it was?
No. It was confirmed because she checked it out. And then Doom checked it out too. It's a 10-year. It appears to be correct from what I saw. That's the thing though. Like it is a real one, but it's just funny to see Dan's reaction to all of this.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into. Did you see this Doom clip already?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's even better. We'll get a real reaction out of you guys. I like it.
Real Anthony is gracing us with his presence. I find that hard to believe.
Why doesn't the real Anthony ever grace our presence? God damn it. I'm the fucking Anthony fan here.
You know, that's the only reason why I don't think it was Anthony. The time that they're on, Anthony's playing fucking video games, man. He's one of the biggest video game players in the country.
It could possibly not be real, but we need to. Oh, okay. So that's the other thing. I saw that this account. He was sending in super chats to MLC today too.
Okay.
And he was saying specific stuff to Johnny Russo, who is the author to his book. So they seemed relevant, and pretty much I would say that that's him. Like I said, I think both accounts are him. So that's my honest and humble opinion. So,
but maybe, just maybe.
Well, you know.
So since Cumia's in the chat, I if he's still here, I once again, I'm not gonna go off on Anthony, and frankly, I'm a big fan. I go way back. I'm not gonna kiss his ass, but obviously, I was an Opie and Anthony fan. That's where I come from. What I will say about the South Carolina thing, Anthony, if you're listening, I think that was a little bit of an impulsive move by you. Maybe you didn't quite think it out. Maybe you went down to visit, your lovely sister Donnie. Maybe you went down and you said, "Wow, South Carolina."
Well, I mean, what if they worked this whole thing out a long time ago? What if Anthony already knew that this thing might happen eventually, and whatever they would work with him? Do you think Trump being president is the reason that he's back on the airways? What the fuck? I just thought of that. That just popped in my head. What do you think the chances are that it's a new America, folks, making America great again? Maybe this is part of it.
Isn't WABC a pretty conservative radio station? I mean, that didn't change when Trump became
compared
president.
to WNBC, probably.
Well, I don't know about NBC, but I mean, ABC was where Rush Limbaugh came up from. It was the
we're talking about the 80s, though. That's not even.
No, but I mean, it's always been a pretty conservative radio station.
I mean, they were willing to have conservative voices. Maybe one of the first. I guess that's a point. But the ownership has probably changed over and over. And over.
Well, fair, and I haven't listened for a while, so that's a good point too.
Ozone, why do you have to ruin this for me? Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that? Shit. What the fuck is wrong with you, Ozone? Come on, man. Can a homie have a dream and shit?
Carolina is really cool. It's there's some really cool cities like Greenville and other places. I love South Carolina. It's a great location. It's nice and warm.
Wonderful.
It's
a
great location. You can have guns and everything.
It's one of the greatest.
But
and there's no Gino.
There's no Gino.
Yes.
Gino's not there.
But I think if hindsight, Cumia, if we're doing a hindsight, you probably
Gino's
might have been better off
He's
staying
a real
closer
dud.
to the tri-state area.
He's a real loser.
Maybe go out into the Westchester or someplace. Maybe downsize on your house a little bit, and then you could still have all these opportunities. Fox News, you could probably do something with that. Go on the Gutfeld show. Maybe you could do a radio program.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the first experience I ever had with Anthony Cumia and Gavin McInnes was on Red Eye back in the day. It's Gutfeld now, but back in the Red Eye days, it was fucking. Those guys were funny as hell. They stood out in a crowd of people that were funny. You know what I mean?
Look, they won't have Gavin McInnes back on. They're not going to have Anthony Cumia back on either. Those guys, they're way too hot. Yeah, there's too much.
Fox has gone liberal too, dude.
Yeah,
compared to those days. That was like 2005.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Long time ago. 20 years ago. Things have changed just a touch.
Just a bit.
I'll stop it, King of all this. How dare you build towers in my chat? He finished it easily. If he gets to it, I'll kill you fuckers if you in Minecraft. Okay, thank you, Day 12. God. Wow. Wow. Oh no. Quad's an idiot. Quad says stupid things. He's a dummy. Look at him. What a dummy.
Maybe make your own hours. It's a little harder to work remotely down in South Carolina. No, I wanted out of North Carolina, New York. I get it. New York is a cesspool now, and there's crime. I mean, anybody that's been to New York City, it's a 1 hour 30-minute flight. Yeah, but you had that heart attack, dude. Like it's hard to travel when you're. By the way, Quad or Doom or whoever's the fake Anthony, like you're not pulling it over on me. That's great. Now you can do the fake that we're getting hacked, and you can do that video next or that comment next. But if it was Anthony, thank you for joining. If it's not,
I think it was. I think it was, and it's a pleasure.
Quad and Doom do this shit all the time. His house.
Sorry, what?
Anthony's just going to do his show from his home, right? North Carolina. Or is that what we're assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then, yeah, that wasn't him then. Because he was saying, yeah, it's only an hour and a half flight from there. So, I don't know. It ain't him. It was you, wasn't it, Quadfather? You trolled him.
No, it wasn't. No, what is him being in South Carolina have to do with it? I don't get it.
Well, they're saying that he's going back to New York. And he was
I think they're ill-informed, but that was yesterday. You know what I mean? Like a lot changed from the information that we got from yesterday till today. So I actually think I don't think any of that stuff really came out till today, that he's probably going to be doing the entire show from his house in South Carolina. Because even Kevin was saying that today, like, oh, he's gonna have to fly to New York for 5 days a week, and it's like, nope, don't look like it. And also, Anthony, he said that he's not even his shows at Compound Censored will not be affected. So that's good to me. That's also something I care about, probably more than the radio thing. Honestly, I do enjoy Compound Censored. I watch every show pretty much. Every Anthony and Get Off My Lawn show.
Howard Stern has pretty much proven too that you don't have to be in the studio anymore. It just does. It's not really necessary, and the quality of simple telecommunications has made it so that people don't even know. If you don't tell them where you are, nobody's ever going to know anymore.
Bingo.
So why not? Why do that? Why have? It's just do it from wherever you are.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. They got a lot of good gear. So if you're just right down the street from where you do your radio broadcasting, of course you go into the studio. Plus, you're right there where your boss can keep an eye on you, etc. I guess that's part of the deal when you work in broadcasting. I don't really know, but yeah. So
I think it seems like
they were talking about him doing it on YouTube as well as on the radio, all of it all at once. So that's even better, right? It's one of the shows you get to watch. So who knows? Maybe they'll pull up clips, etc. The visual part of the radio broadcasting is kind of interesting nowadays. Like a lot of these radio markets have YouTube shows. You know what I mean? Attached to their radio program.
Right.
I still think some of the dynamic of live interviews is lost if you're not in the same room with each other. But I don't know whether he's going to be doing an interview show. So, and maybe he can
an hour show. That doesn't sound like
it's only an hour. Okay, I
1 hour, 5 days a week.
I missed that. Okay, yeah, then
that doesn't sound like a long form interview show. No. Like his commentary daily or something like that.
You're right.
We're all still speculating. I mean, all the details haven't fully come in. So, but yeah.
Do they?
Like comment next. But if it was Anthony, thank you for joining. If it's not,
I think it was. I think it was, and it's a pleasure.
Quad and Doom do this shit all the time.
Do they?
Like,
how dare you say that, Dan? Don't let people know that we're naughty boys. Allegedly in Minecraft, we do things like that. I would never, right, guys?
I can't imagine such a thing.
Oh, I can.
I guess I'm a rube. That happens.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're
You know
they're,
what?
they're trying to pull
I'm
a fast one on me.
You know
Look
what?
at Doom. It's the real one. I looked. Yeah, Doom. Sure it is, buddy. I love you, Doom, but it's not the real Anthony. And which is if it was, that's fine. If it's not, it's not.
I think it is. I'm just
There's no way
innocent.
it's real Anthony.
Well,
No
anyhow,
way.
I
think
did.
it's
But
real
good prank. Well done. You had me hooked for like 30 seconds. I believed it for 30 seconds. So thank you on that one.
Greenville, but I did the same thing. I wanted to get out. I believe him.
Ask Anthony. Ask a question that only Anthony would know. Deb, the real Anthony.
I'm trying to. You got me on the spot now. I'm trying to think.
Who did your dad hook you up with
yeah. Well,
to
you know what?
flower
Everybody
yourself?
knows
What was
that.
her name? Everybody knows that's an easy
Everybody
one.
knows that.
Well, if it is a real Cumia, would you like to spill the beans? Would you like to give us a little preview of what your big announcement is? Buzz, okay, that's good. You got
That's
that answer.
right. Correct. Yeah.
Would you want to give us a Christine? Her name was Christine. Buzz named Christine. Okay, good. Do you want to reveal the big secret? Can you reveal it, or maybe tell us when we'll know what the big reveal is? Are you going to be on Gutfeld? Are you getting a radio
anything
program?
with Jimmy? Or are you doing anything with Gas Digital? Maybe there's
Does it
another
start with a
merger on
W?
down the pike. We're all dying to know. I kept checking.
Are they at a fucking seance trying to communicate with the dead?
Hey, you should. Okay, they did a whole other segment that my lost interest clip. They did a lot of fucking speculating, and they got 2 clips that are like speculating. I thought it was kind of funny. But the other segment they were talking about Kevin Brennan wears that shiesty all the time now, that headgear thing.
Yeah.
And they were like, did he get a neck job? Does he have an abscess too? Like, but it's kind of weird. But he's been sick allegedly and had a really bad cough. But yeah, I don't really know, man, because it was like why would you wear a shiesty? And today he was like, oh, I'm just wearing it just to fuck with everybody now. But I don't know about that. Like, they actually made some good points. Like, did he get a neck job with his turkey neck? I guess we'll find out when he takes it off, right? But that would be hilarious if he got a neck job to fix his floppy turkey neck. But I just can't imagine that's what happened. Two minutes ago. Oh, okay. This is interesting. I don't really want to point that out to everyone because, gosh darn it, everyone will go. He was hurt by Tukey and Mesu. Heard on Melton's show. All right. Well, everything you hear on Melton's show isn't the reality 100%.
Not the internet. It's not always true.
It's the internet. What do you guys believe? Everything you hear on the internet? When I get off of my show, I don't even look at the internet. What is the internet anyway? Really? All I know about the internet is it was that's right. Little Lemmy invented it, and she wrote the manual on the internet. That's all you need to know about the internet. Little Lemmy invented it. Stacks, but will Cumia's cucks be affected? That is the question. That's what we all need to know. That's a fact, Jack.
That's probably a more important question than a lot of the other ones, actually.
Yeah, because if Anthony's doing something different, there's no way Chad could possibly cover something new and different, right?
And then what? I mean, that could set the whole Dabbleverse and a wobble.
Oh God, yeah, we don't want that to happen. Anything
Can't have that.
Censored.tv today.
Where are we at with the FNs today? Is it any FN updates? Say the N-word, Ant. I've been meeting with WAB.
Well, okay, so that's the other thing. Even on, he may have gone hard in the paint when he first started working for Compound Censored, but actually, as of the last, I would say, maybe. Oh, okay, so maybe they were in negotiations, and then he started backing off because that actually might make sense to me. He has backed off on the N-word and whatnot as of late on Censored. And this is why. Now we know. because he was going hard in the paint, like right at the first when he first started working for Compound Media, Compound Censored. He was dropping lots of N-bombs and saying the blacks a lot, and whatever, lots of naughty talk, naughty words, the words you can't say.
BC radio for a radio show. That's so. Should we do the sounder? Let's just pretend.
Let's roll with this. Let's roll with this.
Okay, so breaking news. You heard it here first. Anthony Cumia is coming to the WABC radio family of shows. He's meeting with them this week. He's doing some appearances with I keep saying Sid Rosenberg. By the way, I love Sid Rosenberg. I think he's hilarious. I do know him pretty well from I forget where he used to be. I don't know if he was on FAN or where he came from, but he's a funny guy. So Anthony, congratulations.
But yeah, as you can see, that's Sid and Friends right there. That's the morning show he's on, what they're watching. You know what I mean? And it's video. See how that works? Video. Also, that's probably exactly what it's. I hope it looks better than that. That's a horrible aspect ratio. Please, God, that's not what it looks like.
We'll keep an eye out. I'm happy. I said this to Deb. I have been somebody who is, ruffled Cumia's feathers and have poked fun at him many times. But the world is a better place, or entertainment world at least, with more Anthony Cumia. And I hate to say it, but Compound Censored. Most people aren't seeing you on Compound Censored. I think there's a good loyal fan base, and congratulations for that. But that would be great to have you back on the radio, whether it's with Timmy, whether it's your rotating hosts, even if it's a part-time, experience. Congratulations. We are very happy for you. I think the world's a better place with more Cumia. And if I could give you one tip, I'm playing along Doom. I know Doom's running a game on me. It's all good. And I know Doom. Okay. I got to start saying Doom more so I can get on one of these little beginning Doom things. Doom, you got me. You bagged me, Doom. Consider it. You got me. And you can clip me and you can make fun of me. And we tricked Dan into thinking he was talking to Cumia because Dan's so full of himself. So you got me. It's him.
Well,
it's him, Dan. It's really him. No, it's not. Fake it. It's him. It's Doomia.
It's him, Dan.
It's Doomia. You got me, Doomia, you bastard. You got me. You made me look like a fool, Doomia. Hope you clip it.
If it's really him, the forum guys are going to go nuts. And that's how Shmuel, you don't know, that's how I met Dan, was through the O&A forums.
And Doom knows I'm from the O&A forums thing, so he's playing this up because he knows he's going into my ego. He's stoking my ego. Doom, I know your tricks. Quad, I know your tricks. Those damn fucking Spurgtopia people, they've been waiting to spring a trap on me and make me look like a fool. So you got me, Doom.
Hit the follow button, hit the like button.
I've never seen that with the rings coming out before. That was pretty good.
The ring coming out of
that's good. That's all right.
Yeah, you like that? That's good. We can back it up 10 seconds to let you see it again. How's that?
Spurgtopia
who was that at the bar?
They've been waiting to spring a trap on me.
That's Pat punching Gino in his face.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Okay.
And then the rings popping out of his head. Aw, Doom's being mean to Gino. He's gonna cry. No, Gino.
And make me look like a fool. So you got me, Doom.
Hit the follow button, hit the like button.
Oh! He hardly got him good.
Did you have any fuck you, Doom?
But of course.
We are.
Hey, fucking got him really good. That's how sucker punches work. You always get the guy really good because it's a free shot. It's like, hey, catch this fist. Can you catch a fist? Not if you're not ready for it. It's fucking hard.
Can't ask either because that kind of fucks things up too.
All right. Well, shit. I mean, we could get into a bunch of stuff. Wil Herren, you SOB. It's 11 o'clock. Don't look like he's coming. Let me see if he gave me an answer. You chicken shit. You chicken shit, motherfucker. You chicken shit.
It's my fault.
You know what I? Yeah.
It
You
is.
know what I say to him? I say,
I'm a dipshit retard.
oh, wrong one.
Fucking stream tonight, you chicken shit. You fucking chicken shit. Fucking stream.
Oh, he's actually answering me as I looked at it. So here we go. Let me see what he says. You chicken shit, Wil Herren. You chicken shit, motherfucker. Just leaving the fucking park now. I have to go live in the goddamn 10. Okay, so he has to go do an update from the studio, which means he will not be heading our way.
Wil Herren not coming.
All right. We'll give him a thumbs up. How about we'll give him a middle finger. We'll give him a middle finger. Go fuck yourself, you
Yeah, and then a puke emoji. Son of a bitch.
Yes, we're gonna end it. I mean, we could go all night because I got lots of topics, but I was
more for next time.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with topics is they get old, like you guys.
Hey,
Well,
all right,
that's
you're
a
right.
valid point he has there.
Yeah, he's right. He's
anyway.
absolutely right. I'm gonna go attack my bed as soon as we get off the air.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Then let's keep going. Yeah, let's keep going. All right. No, I can just I'll just take your name off the fucking thing, off the marquee. You're gonna get ripped down and thrown away.
Sad. So sad.
Actually, yeah, who knows? Maybe he'll pop on Monday, but we could just watch this real quickly. What I actually had pulled up for this knucklehead guy who's not going to be showing up apparently. What did he say about him? Here, let me look it up. 350. All right, you guys interested in this? You better fucking be. Sons of bitches. 350. No, he was just being fucking weird and very, like if the Clippers don't like make Aaron happy, he turns on them. I guess that's another example of him turning on people. This is something that wasn't covered on fucking This Little Piggy today. And I was going to go through all the same stuff they did. Unfortunately, I had pulled up all the same clips that they did from this week, and they almost did exactly what I had planned. They showed him today boasting about how he hit all the goals, and it was a perfect week and pristine, blah blah blah. And then they went through all the examples of him missing the goals during the week and stressing out about it. So it was fucked. As I was watching This Little Piggy today, it was like, motherfucker, every fucking thing I was going to show you guys just showed. So whatever, I guess they just saved me. I mean, I did a lot of work to fucking set it up, but I guess they saved me from having to go through it. So we don't have to do Steel Toe today. So there you go. Wow. Literally, I pulled up timestamps too. I didn't even go to the So Thorough Joe Burrow and fucking Toucan Sam.
Good. That's something that 2 Parts does that's rubbing off on you. That's good.
Well, whatever. If it's convenient, you just use them. I just happen to have clipped all during the week. I just kept doing timestamps as I was listening, and that just makes it easy at the end of the week. You don't have to go scrambling and looking for stuff. I had it all prepared. It's just very unfortunate when people do the exact show that you're going to do. It's happened to me all kinds of times. I used to talk about stuff that Anthony would talk about because I was like on the same wavelength as him, and whatever, like news stories or whatever. It was always like exactly what he covered that day. And it was like, well, fuck. Like, I feel everyone's going to like think that I just watched his show and stole it and repeated it. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, it does look that way.
It does.
Yeah.
You're not the first one. If you don't do it first.
Sucks.
I mean, I could show you my notes. They're exactly what
I believe you, Quad. We believe you. We know you did that work. We know you did. Totally. And it does suck.
Yeah, it's like it's so much. There's so much.
It sucks, man.
All right. So anyway, here's the Wil Herren thing. Let's play this. Yeah, just out of nowhere, he started fucking with Wil Herren because I think Wil Herren said something in chat, and this little bitch, he couldn't help himself but talk shit. So here we go.
And then you bing, bing, bing.
Yeah, this is from yesterday.
You just shoot little pizzas at people. You were supposed to shoot them at your toys, but we often shot them at other individuals. What do you do? Trucker 18 Wheeler with $1.99 says, can this go to the U.S. Supreme Court? I don't know. Ask Wil Herren. He knows. Ask Will. Will will be able to tell you. Will, can we take this to the Supreme Court? Can we challenge this? Can we go all the way with this thing? Or is this a state issue? And we need to, and we're beholden to the state.
So he's mocking Wil Herren, who's been doing lots of like LawTuber clips lately. All about, of course, Aaron Imholte's revenge porn case, which, that bugs Aaron. So when he has the first chance, when he knows Wil Herren's there watching the show, he's fucking with him. So there you go. But here, there's more to it.
Well,
did
I run Will off? Did I? I was just making fun of him. I'm sorry, but Will's kind of gullible and he believes everything that someone tells him, and he's kind of being used as a PR wing. And what do you do? I fact checking, not a thing. I was just giving him some shit on his internet journalism, and I ran him off. God damn it. Oh, he says I'm not. Oh, you know what? I forget. Rumble has a little bit of a lag. I apologize. He says I'm not a constitutional lawyer. Yeah, but you're a journalist. Aren't you guys supposed to just make shit up and just spew things and just talk? Aren't you guys supposed to just guess? Guess and then check. Can we send this all the way to the federal Supreme Court? That's what the people want to know, Will. All right, guys, 140 away from today's goal.
Yeah, so whatever. He really doesn't like the fact that he was showing clips on his channel that may have been like pro Ricada and Aaron. That really bugs Aaron that you don't just automatically take his side on everything, no matter what it is, even legal issues and stuff. It's like, what? Like
he loves you when you do, and then when you have a negative opinion, he fucking hates you. Yeah, he's very fickle.
Yeah, well, you remember that example we showed with Doom last week?
Yeah, that was crazy.
The one day he clipped me saying like, "Oh yeah," and then the next day Doom clipped the opposite because we found out that indeed he had been going to boxing for one day just to make a promo apparently, but still he did show up. And then he was like, so the day before he was like, "Oh, Doom, yeah, you just lie and don't correct the record, blah, blah, blah." And then on Thursday when Coach cut the promo, then he was like, "Yeah, Doom, he's a good guy because I'll have to give him props where props are due because he did the right thing and he retracted his statement or he fixed the record."
Total 180 in 24 hours. That's
wow. In 24 hours he went from Doom's a piece of shit to fuck Doom, he's a piece of shit, and then Doom, he's a good guy. He corrects a record. He's a good egg. Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, punks. Yeah. Good egg.
Don't you talk about my Doom?
All right, let's do this one more time.
All right.
Honky tonk.
Tomorrow, guys, 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern time, 8:05, that is. Join myself, Quadfather, and Ingwe Malmstream as we do the Two Old Farts podcast. We're going to be talking a lot about Joey C. and his buddy, Spidey Alomar. Of course, we'll also have the updated death pool odds. So, yeah, please join us tomorrow.
Wait a minute. How about this guy?
Lou, our buddy boy.
Yeah, we'll be discussing Lou the monster as well.
He's growing on me like athlete's foot.
How come you never do the shout outs there, Yingwei? Like you never say, "Oh, come check us out." How come you never do it?
I would love to.
I had to fight my whole life. I could beat you up even if you had 1,000 knives. Even if you had infinity knives, I would punch you up into the air like a kite. I bet you sleep with the night light, cause you're scared of the dark, cause you stink like a fart. Well, I like your fart on fire with my rounds. You think I won't? I do it all the time. I bet I got more money than Jay-Z. Compared to me, Jay-Z is lazy. Plus Beyonce thinks that I'm cute. It's okay, Beyonce, I think you're cute too. I made out with so many girls. Made out with every girl in the world. I might look small, but I'm not. I don't care if you're big, I'll fight you. Well, I do know that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she calls. Cause I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she calls.